Congratulations, Levy. Congratulations, Sparrow. I'm gonna do this just because I can. Because the only person stopping me is me. Because neither of you decided that you wanted to claim it for some reason. Kind of curious about that decision, but you know, you do you, boo. It has already happened. It's too late. So, how's everyone's day been? I hope everyone is well and happy and healthy and wise. So, exciting news. I don't know if I've told anyone. I think I told June. I figured out how to have OBS record certain scenes for me. That way, I'll have the storytime chapters actually on my computer instead of having to highlight them and download them manually. What's up, Mrs. D? How was the rest of The Sims? You missed episode 1. Yeah. So yeah, I know that you will. What I do now is I rotate through three different visual novels. So we're doing Dream Daddy, Stray Gods, and Coffee Talk. If you missed chapter one, we have a link for that. Um, Let me tell you though, my entire YouTube channel is a mess because everything is uploaded out of order, and I think some things got uploaded twice. And some things have the wrong title. So that's real special because I couldn't find this video for you even if I wanted to. Apparently, it should be on YouTube somewhere though. If you click the thing down below. Um, mm, I swear that I uploaded it, but it doesn't appear to be here, so I don't know what happened. If it's in my VODs, I will export it again. If it's not in my VODs, then we might have a problem. Hold one. I'm going to try and make sure that we have chapter 1 of Dream Daddy over on the YouTube. If I can find it. I have 68 VODs, but most of them are highlights. Um, okay. Oh, I will do it after because we played Timberborn at the start of that VOD, so, I want to clip that out so you guys don't have to sit through that. Yeah, it's still there. I thought I had already uploaded it though. Anyways, let me move my ramen out of the way. I'm not finishing it right now. All right, and before we start, I'm gonna fill my water. I'll be right back. I see that you're trying to start a fire. Rude. Chapter 19. Kamiko Shokona, Quiller announced. Are our guests ready to take their leave of us? As far as I know, Larone said, gazing across the cockpit at Marcos's profile. Even the flickering hyperspace glow, the tension lines in the other's cheeks and neck were clearly visible. Grave and Brightwater keep an eye on the Marcos. Line shifted subtly, as if Marcos were coming back from some dark and distant place. What? He asked, half turning to face the other. Just making sure you're alright, Larone said. I lost my place already. What? He asked, half turning to face the other. Just making sure you're alright, Larone said. You've been a little odd ever since Japarin. I'm fine, Marcos said, turning back to face the canopy. I just want this over with. Assuming we can find the Bloodscar's contact, Quiller commented. I know you think you got enough from that HoloNet log. I got enough. Marcos cut him off. Fine, Quiller said. I just meant that Shokona is a big planet. I said, I got enough. Don't you think it's about time you share that information with the rest of us? Lerone suggested. At least give us a contact number that was on the setup log in case something happens to you and we have to find a way to backtrack it. The tension line shifted again. You won't need to backtrack it, Marcos said. The traitors at the palace. Lerone started. The governor's palace? That's the only palace down there. I know, but what? Marcos tapped. You don't think traitors come in all sizes, shapes, and ranks? So look at the three we have in the back of our own ship. Here we go, Quiller said, and pulled the hyperdrive levers. The stars reappeared. Quiller stiffened in his seat. Oh no, he murmured. No, no, no. Steady. Lerone soothed his own chest, feeling a little tight as he gazed out at the huge command ship floating in high orbit over the planet. We've got our ID in place. We're all right. The comm pinged. Executor to incoming Swantech freighter, a crisp voice said. We're reading a military ID on you. Please confirm via clearance code. Quiller? Lerone prompted. There was no response. Quiller was still staring at the huge ship as if he were seeing a ghost. I've got it, Marcos said, swiveling around and punching the code panel. For a moment, there was silence. Code confirmed, the voice said. Destination? Macron City, Quiller said. Governor's Palace. The palace landing area has been temporarily closed down, the voice said. I can clear you to either Marken Main or Greencliff Regional. State your preference. Why is the palace field closed? Lerone asked. Pulling up a map of the region. Marken Main was in the heart of the city's northwest quadrant, only a few kilometers from the governor's palace, while Redcliffe Regional was a much smaller port tucked between the northeast part of the city and a line of cliffs running down the entire eastern region. There's a military search operation underway in the city, the voice replied. The palace field has been shut down for security reasons. What are they searching for? Classified, the other said, starting to sound annoyed. State your landing preference. Marcos looked back at Lerone, raising his eyebrows questioningly. Marken Main's closer, he murmured. But Greencliff will be less crowded, Lerone murmured back. Marcos considered, then nodded. We'll take Greencliff, he said aloud. Acknowledged. You're cleared for Greencliff Regional. Thank you. Marcos shut down the comm. Quiller, you alright? Oh, sure, I'm fine, Quiller said, his voice suddenly carrying a graver tone. I don't suppose either of you happen to notice the name of that ship? Marcos glanced a frown back at Lerone. The executor, Marcos said. Why? I guess you ground thumpers don't need to keep up with fleet news. Quiller took a careful breath. The executor just happens to be a brand new flagship of the Lord Darth Vader. Lerone stared out at the ship, his stomach tightening. Vader? What in the world is he doing here? I had a guess. He's after either a traitor or Solo's friend, Quiller said tartly. I guess she must be a little more important than we thought. Though he did say they'd probably lock down the planet over her, Lerone reminded him. I thought he was exaggerating, Quiller bit out. I don't know about you two, but I don't want to be in the same city as Darth Vader. I don't want to be even in the same star system. I don't blame you, Marcos said, his voice sounding tight but determined. If you want, you can just drop me at the spaceport. What are you talking about? Lerone asked, frowning. I'm going after the traitor, Marcos said. The rest of you don't have to stay. In fact, Quiller's right. Vader here. It'll be a lot safer for everyone if you don't. Forget it, Lerone said. We're in this together. You don't owe me anything, Marcos insisted. We owe the people of Chelsea sector, Lerone countered. Just because one Bloodscar base is gone doesn't mean the conspiracy's over. We need to put this thing out by the root. If Vader catches you, you'll wish the ISB had found you first, Marcos warned. Just drop me and go. Oh, thanks, Quiller growled. That makes me feel so much better. Actually, Vader being here may work out to our advantage, Lerone pointed out. He'll almost certainly have his private Stormtrooper Legion on the ground conducting a search. We can just blend into the crowd. Quiller turned to look at disbelief on him. You're joking, right? Lerone, this isn't some random Stormtrooper unit talking about infiltrating. This is the 501st. So, Lerone countered, trying to suppress his own private misgivings. The 501st puts their armor on one piece at a time, just like we do. Quiller hissed behind his teeth. You're crazy. You know that, right? There have been rumors, Lerone conceded. As long as we're all agreed, Quiller said with a sigh. Fine, if you and Marcos are going to be crazy, we might as well all be crazy together. Next point. What do we do with Solo, Luke, and the Wookiee? Good question, Marcos agreed. If Vader's looking for their friend, we really don't want them running around loose out there. Especially not with what they know about us. And if we're fussing sure, they're not going to blend in with the 501st, Quiller added. On the downside hand, I don't see an awful lot of other options. I doubt we're going to be able to keep them aboard. At least not without shooting them, which carries its own set of problems. Chief of which would be exactly where you shoot a Wookiee to be sure of bringing him down, Larone said, an odd thought suddenly striking him. Alright, try this. What if, instead of letting them run free, we give them an escort? The suggestion brought the exact reaction Larone had expected it would. Both Quiller and Marcos' mouths dropped open. Marcos found his voice first. Quiller was right, he said. You are crazy. Very likely, Larone said. But questions of mental health aside, why not? They'd be in company of legitimate stormtroopers, thereby putting them above suspicion or interrogation by any of the local patrollers. If we did run into flack from Vader's troopers, we can claim there are informants. Or prisoners we're taking to interrogation, Quiller suggested. That works too, Larone hesitated. But if worse comes to worse and we get caught in a gun battle, well, I doubt there'd be anything left for Vader to interrogate. Are you saying we shoot them? Marcos asked flatly. The ghost of teardrop flicked in front of Larone's eyes. Not us, he said firmly. Against the 501st, I doubt we'd have to. Quiller shook his head. They'll never go for it, you know. Who won't go for it, Larone asked. Solo and Luke or Grave of Brightwater? None of them will. Larone shrugged. Well, we have until we land before we have to make any decisions, he said. Maybe we'll come up with something better. The chiming of the ship's proximity alarm, as Mara had prearranged, brought her out of her dreamless sleep of her force-enhanced healing. She had arrived at Shokwona. For a moment, she lay quietly on the ship's fold-down cot, taking a quick inventory. She was hungry and thirsty, a typical side effect of healing trances, but the burns into drape she had received at Blesgar's base were completely gone. She headed to the cockpit, snaring a couple ration bars and a water bottle from the gallery locker on the way. She finished the first bar when the computer prompt pinged, and she pulled up the hyperdrive levers. The hazy disk of Shell Sector's capital world appeared in front of her against the starry blackness. And floating in space between her and the planet was possibly the last thing in the universe she'd expected to see. Her comm crackled. Incoming Z-10 Seeker. This is the Imperial Command Ship Executor, a crisp voice said. State your ID number and your business on Shokwona. Mara felt her teeth grinding together as she keyed for transmission. What in the stinking fumes of Imperial Center garbage was Vader doing here? Executor, this is Z-10 Seeker, ID number unknown, she bit out. Is Lord Vader aboard? There were a moment of silence as comm operator tried to reset his brain to deal with his thoroughly non-standard reply. Is he there or isn't he? Mara demanded. Yes, Lord Vader's aboard, the operator said, starting to sound flustered. Admiral Bentro is in command. Inform Lord Vader that the Emperor's hand wishes to speak with him. Mara cut him off. The who? Lord Vader, Mara startled. Now! There was no answer. Fighting back a curse, Mara turned her ship's nose towards the Super Star Destroyer and cut in his drive. The Sith Lord was probably hiding in his personal chamber, or else pacing the command walkway in one of those moods where no one dared to approach him. But Mara had a job to do. One way or another, he was going to see her. She was nearly to the ship's inner defense zone, and the executor's layered arrays of point defenses were swiveling warningly towards her, when the comm finally came to life. Emperor's hand, Vader's familiar voice rumbled. This is an unexpected pleasure. Likewise, Mara said, knowing that neither of them meant a word of it. Lord Vader, we need to talk. As you wish, Vader said. Come aboard. The executor's first officer took over, deactivating the ship's defenses and directing Mara to the captain's personal hangar bay. An escort from Vader's own elite 501st Stormtrooper Legion was waiting, and after a short walk, they arrived at a small conference room. Vader was waiting, standing like a brooding storm cloud near the head of the table. I understand you demanded to see me, he said without preamble. I apologize for my earlier tone, Mara said, inclining her head toward him in a gesture of humility. There is only one person in the Empire who can demand my presence, Vader continued, his voice stiff. Apparently, he wasn't in the mood to accept apologies. That person is not you, and will never be, he added, ominously. Then, let me make this as brief as possible, Mara said. She wasn't exactly in the best of moods herself. I'm on an important mission, and I need some assurance your presence here isn't going to get in the way. That my presence won't get in your way, Vader demanded, his voice dropping half an octave. Walk softly, Emperor's hand. I don't walk softly where treason's involved, Mara countered. I'm on the trail. No. Vader boomed, his voice slamming across the room, and straight into Mara's skull. He took a long step around the end of the table toward her, his black coat blowing, his gloved hand dropping to his lightsaber. She is the key to finding him. She is mine. What? Mara managed, her own simmering anger vanishing the realization that she was in big trouble. No, but it was too late. Vader pulled the lightsaber from his belt, and with a snap hiss, the blazing red blade appeared. Holding the weapon in attack position, he strode towards her. Mara took a step backward, snatching out her own lightsaber, but leaving it closed down. The last thing she wanted to do was try to match blades with the Sith Lord. She threw a quick look at the door, shifting her weight in preparation for a dash for freedom. But Vader spotted the glance or read her body language. Shifting direction, he angled toward the door, blocking any chance of escape. Grimacing, Mara shifted her weight in the other direction and threw herself sideways onto the conference table. A quick kick and roll off her left shoulder, and she had landed across the floor on the far side. "Take it easy," she called, as soothingly as she could. "What's Governor Shore to you, anyway?" Raising his lightsaber high, Vader slashed the blade straight through the table. Mara took a quick step back as the two sections of his bisected table crashed to the floor. With the wall at her back and Vader between her and the door, there was only one option left. "You want trouble?" she demanded, finally igniting her lightsaber and lifting it to a blocking position in front of her. "Fine, come and get it." Vader's only reply was to shift his own weapon again into attack position as he stepped into the gap between the two sections of the table. Striking out to the Force, Mara reached out to the wall behind him and switched off the lights. It was a trick she would never tried against a normal opponent. Their lightsabers didn't give off a lot of light, but there was more than enough for biological eyes to work with while they adjusted the gloom. But Vader's helmet was equipped with optical sensors for use in dim light, with all the strengths and weaknesses inherent in such equipment. There was a chance that for the first crucial second, before the contrast adjusted itself, all he would see was her glowing lightsaber blade floating in a field otherwise totally dark. She was right. With a bellow, the Sith Lord angled his lightsaber and slashed it viciously in a horizontal arc through the air, half a meter beneath the glowing magenta blade. Only, Mara wasn't there. Using the Force to hold her lightsaber floating in place, she had dropped to the floor the instant the lights went out and rolled her sight beneath one of the angled sections of the broken table. Vader stopped in his tracks, and for a long moment the room was silent except for the hum of the lightsabers. Mara listened carefully, but the steadiness of the sound indicated he was holding the weapon motionless. Was he finally coming to his senses? And then, to her relief, she heard the familiar sizzle as he closed down the weapon. A moment later, the room's lights came back on. "What were you saying about Governor Short?" Vader asked, his voice calm again. Cautiously, Mara emerged from cover, alert for any last-minute tricks. But Vader had taken a step back from the table, and his lightsaber was again hooked onto his belt. The brief madness was over. "Short has been recruiting pirate gangs to attack military shipments," she said, calling her own lightsaber back to her hand and closing it down. "A few days ago, he sent the reprisal to destroy their base and cover his tracks. They also nearly killed me in the process." "That would have been unfortunate," Vader said. Mara could hear no actual sarcasm in his voice, but she had no doubt it was there. "Still, your information matches my own." Mara stared at him. "You mean you already knew?" "The knowledge is recent," Vader assured her. "But it is of no interest to me," he added, his voice darkening. As he denounced the governor, Chief Administrator Dursa also claimed that Leia Organa is in Markin City. "That is who I seek tonight." "Really?" Mara said, the word obsession flashing through her mind as she finally understood the Lord's earlier outburst. She might have guessed it would have something to do with the former Alderaanian princess and the rebellion. "What's she doing here?" "Dursa claims she was consulting with the local rebel leaders," Vader said. "He assures me he can supply names." "Andy," Mara said. "Do we know where this Dursa is right now?" "He's gone to the palace to collect surveillance records that might be of use in our search. Or perhaps he was there to destroy other, more incriminating records. I need to get down there right away," Mara said. "Is someone stopping you?" Mara felt her lip twist. Even when Vader wasn't being homicidal, he was never pleasant to deal with. "Not at all," she said. "Enjoy your hunt." Nodding to him, she headed for the door. "Emperor's hand?" She turned back, finding his black faceplate turned toward her. "Yes," she said. "As you dispense your justice to Governor Shord," he said softly, "take care not to get in my way." The sky had darkened in a hazy, starless gray typical of large cities, and Leia had just taken another order for a group of Mungras when Shivgri appeared at the kitchen's back door with bad news. "It has begun," he told her, his voice trembling. "Imperial stormtroopers have arrived at the spaceport and are spreading throughout the city." Leia took a careful breath. So Imperial Center's response had come at last. "I understand," she said. "No, I don't think you do," Shifri said urgently, glancing furtively both ways down the alley. "It is reported, Lord, that Darth Vader himself is among them." That part wasn't exactly unexpected either, Leia reflected. Vader had always been the type to take things personally. Her role in the Death Star's destruction was about as personal as one could get. Even so, his name sent a shiver through her. I understand, she said again. Thank you for the warning. You'd better get moving. What's the point? Shifty said wearily. No one escapes Lord Vader. Of course they do, Leia said firmly. I suggest you try the catacombs. The local patrollers have probably searched them by now, which means they're not likely to do so again. Shifty snorted. The stormtroopers will not care what the patrollers have or have not done. But the stormtroopers aren't looking for you, Leia reminded him. I doubt their orders mention anyone but me. Anyway, you have to try something. You're right, Shifty said. Forgive my moment of despair. Everyone has such moments, Leia said, her cheeks warming as she thought back on her own latest battles with emotion. The trick is to make sure that they stay moments and don't lengthen into hours or days. Or a lifetime, Shifty said. We'll win, Leia said quietly. Someday, I know we will. She leaned out the door, checking the alley. Still empty. Now get going, and again, thank you for everything. For a moment, the Adarian studied her eyes and face, as if committing them to a final memory. Then, bowing his head, he hurried away. Do you need to also leave? Leia turned. Vikra, the Tap Cafe's manager, was standing beside one of the storage lockers, her orange eyes looking even brighter than usual in the dim light. Not yet, Leia said. Because you may go whenever you must, Vikra went on. You don't belong here. I, and all those who have seen you these past days, know that. Leia swallowed. Then, more than ever, I am grateful for your discretion. Vikra shook her head in a Mungan shrug, the movement sending a soft, fluid ripple through her mane. Many have come to this neighborhood over the years to hide, she said, but most have been arrogant or hateful or bitter. Few have shown us such honor and courtesies as you have. She moved to lay aside, stepping into the doorway Shifty had just vacated, looking up toward the boarded-up third-floor window across the alley. We have been repaid in full for our discretion, she said quietly. You are welcome among us anytime, Leia Organa. Leia felt her throat tighten. So they even knew who she was. You are a people of great honor, Vikra, she said. I will do what I can to see that no retribution comes upon you and your neighborhood for your kindness. Do not sacrifice yourself for us, Vikra warned her, her tone turning gruff. You are of far higher tier than we. I will be certain not to care to throw away the gift you have given me, Leia assured her. But as to our respective tiers, I do not consider them a proper measure of our value as living, thinking beings. They are certainly not an indicator of loyalty or courage. A strange way of thinking, Vikra said, but you are an outworlder. Your thoughts and ideas are not those of a Darien or Mungan peoples. Perhaps not, Leia said, but I have found that the yearning for freedom crosses all such lines and barriers. Not only those between different peoples, but also those between different tiers. A strange way of thinking indeed, Vikra said. Yet, you are correct. With foreign soldiers searching the streets, perhaps it would be best for you to stay inside. Hiding in plain sight, as my friend first purposed, Leia agreed. The conversation about society and tiers had apparently turned uncomfortable enough for Vikra to change the subject. But Leia had planted the seeds. Maybe something would eventually grow from them. Besides, she added, I couldn't leave yet anyway. Why not? Leia held up her pad. I still have these 2 orders to put in. Dursa took the last 20 meters to his office at a dead run, slamming open the door and diving for the secure comm. Dursa here, he panted in the microphone. Cauldra? Finally, Cauldra said tightly. Where have you been? Never mind that. What the blazes are all these Imperials doing here? Nothing to do with us, Dursa assured him. They're looking for a rebel leader who is supposedly spotted in Markin City a few days ago. Is that going to be a problem? No, of course not, Dursa said, thinking fast. After the broken holonet call from the Commodore, and Dursa's subsequent failure to raise the Bloodscar base again, he assumed Cauldra had been killed. Apparently, the man had once again cheated death. Which brought up some interesting possibilities. Dursa had all he really needed already, but Caudra's presence might add a nice extra touch, if he could lure him down. You're on your way in, I assume? I'm on my way to the Greencliff Regional Spaceport, Cauldra said. The idiot directing traffic from the Executor told me no one was allowed to land at the palace. You didn't ask for Mark and Maine? That's where he wanted to send me, Cauldra said. I talked him out of it. Dursa frowned. What on Imperial Center for? Maine's both closer and bigger. It's also crawling with Imperials, Cauldra retorted. Considering my cargo consists of 50 ATSTs, I don't think either of us wants me anywhere near the palace. Dursa felt his mouth open. 50 what? Remember I said the Bloodscars lost my special cargo? Cauldra reminded him, sounding grimly pleased with himself. I got it back. And you brought it here? The executor didn't offer me the option of turning around and running, Carter said acidly. 50 stolen ATSTs. This just got better and better. Forget the Imperials and Greencliff, Dursa told him. I'll call the executor and get you routed directly here to the palace. I already told you. The controller said I couldn't land there. Because Governor Short closed off the grounds, Dursa countered. But what the governor has taken away, he can give back again. Go ahead and change your landing vector. I'll get it fixed. The comm went silent. Dursa sunk back in his chair, wincing as his freshly sweaty back pressed against the cool cloth of his shirt. 50 ATSs. No wonder Caldra had been so upset when they vanished. With those, plus the gut Bloodscars and their allied gangs, they would have actually been able to pull off their grand conspiracy. Or they could have, if Dursa had ever really intended to go through with it. But, even though the whole charade was very close to being over, it wasn't quite there yet. He in the comm again, he signaled for the executor. Mara was still fuming when far ahead she noticed one of the ships heading to the planet down below begin to drift out of line. She frowned. Leaning forward, she studied the freighter's new vector. Some kind of malfunction? Her sensors weren't showing any problem, but the equipment on the ship was hardly up to standards she was accustomed to. Perhaps the other pilot had developed a problem with his attitude system, especially now that they were getting into the atmosphere. The distant craft rolled slightly, its aspect shifting toward her. Mara caught her breath. For a moment she stared, then jabbed her keyboard, keying for her best magnification. Her ship's best wasn't particularly good, but it was good enough. The drifting freighter was the Happer's way. She slapped the comm switch. Executor, I have a ship breaking approach pattern, she said tersely. Please advise as to its intentions. Imperial military rigidity being what it was, she fully expected to have an uphill battle to actually get the information. But the controller apparently hadn't forgotten the young woman who had successfully pitched in to speak to Vader, and more importantly, been allowed to walk away from that meeting. The freighter Happer's Way has been newly authorized to land at the governor's palace, he told her. The governor's palace, she should have known. I thought you said no one's being allowed in there. Apparently, it's been granted an exception. Mara nodded herself as she watched the freighter drop even farther off the Greencliff approach vector. So that was the game. The governor would open his grounds to Caldra, who would then sneak his stolen ATSTs to safety right past the Imperial's collected nose. Order it off, she said. Excuse me, the controller asked, sounding startled. I said, order it off, Mara repeated. It was cleared to Greencliff, and that's where it's going to land. But the governor's office has authorized it to land on his grounds. Irrelevant, Mara said. The governor's office has jurisdiction over the palace and palace grounds, but the freighter's still in open atmosphere. She hesitated, but it's no time for half measures. Tell him that if he doesn't get back to Greencliff Vector, you'll shoot him down. There was a pause, and Mara heard the subtle click of a voice switch over. Emperor's Hand, this is Admiral Bentro. A new and calmer voice said, I can't threaten a civilian freighter without a reason, especially not one under the protection of a sector governor. I'm giving you an order, Captain, Mara said. The recognition code is Hapsphere, Barini, Corbolon, Triaxis. There was another brief pause. Understood, Bentro said. But if I could just contact Lord Vader first for... You don't need Lord Vader's permission, Mara cut in. Besides, we don't have time. Deliver the message, Admiral. There was soft hissing of exhaled breath. Acknowledged, he said. Commander, order the Happer's Way to return it to its original course and landing destination. Thank you, Admiral, Mara said. Don't worry. The pilot won't risk getting himself shot down. He's far too confident that he can slip out of any net we can weave. Understood, Bentro said doubtfully. You want me to order troops or air support to the Greencliff field? Mara hesitated. All the Imperial forces down there were under Vader's direct command, and she had no intention of crowding him twice in one day. No, I'll handle it, she told Bentro. Thank you for your assistance. My pleasure, the Admiral said. Our sensors indicate the Happer's Way is returning to its designated course. I see, Mara confirmed. I'll contact you again if I need further assistance. Yes, ma'am, Bentro said, and there was no mistaking the quiet relief in his voice. If Mara didn't want to push Vader, a mere fleet admiral certainly didn't. The conflict off. Keep a wary eye on the Happer's Way. Mara keyed her ship for landing sequence. Given the current distance between them, Calder would have about 10 minutes on the ground before Mara caught up with him. For a moment, she considered leaving her place in line and moving up so that she'd be right on top of him when he landed. But, if he hadn't already spotted her back here, that would tip him off for sure. Better let him have his 10 minutes to prepare whatever or whoever had just kicked him away from the safety of the palace. She was looking forward to seeing what he came up with. Then we turn the sound on the game back on. And we continue our game. 11:58 p.m. Okay, cool. This one. A lot of autosaves. I'm just gonna double check and make sure that actually recorded. Give me half a second. Yep, looks like it recorded. Cool. Hey, this one spells sorrow. Dad, ready for today? I'm ready for every day, sweetie. Gonna tackle it head on. No, are you ready for the thing we're gonna do today? The thing that you promised you'd do? Honey, I already told you, I'm not gonna throw away my Tom Clancy novels. They're just stacked in the living room. I keep bumping into them and knocking them over, and you can't even read them. No, wait, no, that's not what I'm here about. The tea party, Dad. Oh, hello, Jay. How was the rest of your stream? How's the zoo coming? Tell me things, Jay. Unless you need a raid and run, because it is late for you. Yeah, Goth Daddy, best daddy. But yeah, how's your castle coming along, Jay? Hello, amazing Nate. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, go to raid and run. Alright, see you, Bard. Have a good night. Be safe. Barely made any progress. That's how it be some days, Jay. The tea party, Dad. Nope. I don't remember that. Craig's kids. It's a hand-drawn invitation. Amanda walks over to the refrigerator and comes back with a hand-drawn invitation on a sheet of computer paper, inviting Amanda and Amanda's dad to a tea party. Between the Godzilla and Hunger Games arguments. Oh, you guys talking about Godzilla after? Womp womp. Welcome in, Wreckage. It's spelled cordially wrong. Just put on some going outside pants and let's get going. I can go outside in sweatpants. Nothing's stopping me. Dad, just... I'll see you in a minute. Put on going outside pants. Fuck authority. Alright, gang. Pants or no pants? You're gonna have 2 minutes to vote. Yep. Nope. How does Seducing Vampire date? It's going okay. We broke his garden statue, so I don't think he's thrilled with us. She is the most understanding teenager ever. No pants. Never pants. No pants, duh. You know there's a pole, right? Yeah, we broke a garden statue. We knocked it over. We're not very smart. We are not smooth. Like, the least smooth, really. Yes. Yes, this is, the Castlevania dating simulator. Ignore all the other stuff, like the kiwi bird over there. Yeah, but, like, you've been tired and you haven't been doing too well, Jay. I would raid and run. I would go get some rest. You can always come back if you can't sleep. I don't want to sleep? Well, then I don't know what to tell you. Alright, looks like no pants is winning. What did I say about the pants? I'm a rebel, sweetie. Whatever. I'm sure it'll be fine. Hello, thank you for coming to our tea party. I'll do my best to bow and present my daughter, who thanks him with a curtsy. This way, please. Briar and Hazel lead us to a small table with tiny chairs. Some are occupied by stuffed animals, and Matt and his daughter Carmenicita are here too. Matt raised a comically small plastic teacup at me. Hey dude, how's the tea? The imaginary tea is absolutely wonderful. I taste a hint of lemongrass. Oop, I want to see what No Pants dad says. Hello, Carmencita. Hello, Mr. Amanda's dad. Did you just wake up? No. Why? Those are inside pants. Amanda laughs. Please, have a seat. I sit down between Amanda and Matt. I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of this chair. Hi, everyone. I just seen Daisy and Brian enter into the backyard and take a seat next to us. Sorry we're late. Daisy made me put on my going outside pants. It's post-COVID. Sweatpants are not inside pants. Amanda punches me on the shoulder. See? Oh, so you approve of cargo shorts when they're on Brian, but not when they're on me? Dad, you're embarrassing me at the tea party. This is a high-class affair. But, shh. It's about to start. Thank you all for taking the time out of your busy schedules for some high tea. Actually, it's a common Western conception that high tea was appreciated by nobles. Dad, shut up. Now, if you all put on your designated tiaras, there are little tiaras sitting on everyone's plates. Well, except for Brian's. His is a softball helmet. Oh, we ran out of tiaras. I don't think this is going to fit me, but I appreciate the thought. Dad, you're royalty. Please act like it. Brian tries to balance the ill-fitting softball helmet on his top of his head, but immediately tumbles off and into the bushes. I'll get that later. Hey, everybody. Craig comes out with a teapot and tray of sandwich cookies. Dad, is the tea ready? Yeah, it's been, steeping for a while now. Awesome. Would you girls like to serve your guests tea? No, thank you. We'd much appreciate our servants' help. Craig leans over to me. Nice. That's me. Craig places teacups in front of all of us, and with a single sandwich cookie onto each of our plates. He pours some tea into my cup. Awfully fluorescent for tea. I clink my teacup with Matt's and take a sip. Good lemonade. It's tea. Right, very good tea. I lean over to Amanda, who's happily enjoying her tea. So, what do we do at tea parties? We enjoy the splendors of upper-class society, Father. She takes a dainty bite of her sandwich cookie. Marvelous. So, the meeting of princesses has been called to order. Hear, hear. But I'm a warrior princess. I hunt and stuff, and I have a really cool sword. Can I be a space princess? I'll allow it. I'll be a rock star princess. I'm also a space princess. Can there be more than one? Space is pretty big, don't you think? I changed my mind. I want to be a space princess too. Dad, what are you? Do I get to be a princess? Duh. Well, I guess that makes me... History Channel, hacker, rude boy. Anyone got an opinion? Rude boy? If I drop my crown on the floor, I'll make sure to pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it. Nice. I think I'll be landscape or general contracting princess. Barista princess reporting for duty. Hey everybody, CrossFit princess here. Not now, servant. If it weren't for the princess's uprising, it would be you serving me. We sip tea for a little longer. Then the girls run off to fight dinosaurs as space rockstar warrior princesses, I think. They grow up so fast. It was like yesterday that I was helping Amanda throw her own tea parties. Nice. Did she make you a servant too? You betcha. Carmencita actually made me brew tea for hers. Pitfalls of owning a coffee shop. Oh. Pitfall? Your custom blends are amazing. The hibiscus one you gave me a while back was choice. Hey, yeah. Aw, thanks. It's really nice girls are getting along. Yeah, I'm really glad we moved into this community. Hey. We are too. Amanda's been kind of a role model for them, you know? I hadn't even realized. I don't even know if Amanda does either. But I guess they're right. All of the girls in the neighborhood looked up to her. She seems to go out of her way to play with them. I'm so proud of her. You better not proud dad cry at this tea party, Mom. I brought extra word jumbles if anyone wants to kill some time while the girls play. The day rolls on, and the girls all get tuckered out. Amanda spends the whole day playing with them and taking their pictures, promising that she'll send them the best ones later. We all clean up and help put away the tea sets and tables, then head out as Daisy and Carmesina fall asleep on their dad's shoulders.
Oh.
Take care, guys. Thanks for coming. Bye, rude boy princess. You want dinner? Nah, I filled up on cookies. Me too, I'm tired. Dude, same. Playing with a bunch of little kids who all simultaneously want your attention and approval is surprisingly exhausting. But in a good way, but also in a scary way. How so? Cookies, yum. Alright, and Jay's got to go to sleep. Have a good night, Jay. Thanks for raiding in. Be safe. Take care of yourself. Take care of Mr. J. I hope tomorrow is a better day than today was. I feel like I gotta be on my best behavior for them. I don't want to let them down. Is this because you still feel bad about dropping the F-bomb in front of your cousin that one time? I corrupted her, Dad. She's secondhand smokes now. Well, those kids really look up to you. I'm glad they have you as a role model. Shucks, Pops. I ruffle Amanda's hair.
Welcome. You've got dads.
I've got dads. Thank you, Amanda's dad. Conversation ended. Conversation ended. Oops. Nope. Close. Back. Vampire dad. Message. Levy script is a bad noodle. Womp womp. Treat people better than they treat you. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. I open up Dad book and start writing him a message when Amanda walks in the door. Dad, you got a letter. Oh? Is it from Grandma? No, it's from Damien. Well, can I see it? Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment, folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. Damn, the dude goes all out. Everyone's a bad noodle today. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter. In the most beautiful calligraphy, the letter reads: Dearest Mom, I hope you'll find my continued correspondence endearing, rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of the slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak towards something unwelcome. For now, I hope you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unseen, your companionship helped a great deal. Not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirit, and for that, I thank you. That said, Mom, if you'd allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema, followed by a moonlight stroll, would be to your taste. I eagerly await your response. With great respect, D. Blood March. Good noodle. Best noodle. Send nudes. Oopsie. Alright. Be right back. Where's Discord? Where is Discord? I lost Discord. Find a user. Not my Discord, please. I'm gonna laugh if he actually sends a picture of noodles. Oh, yeah, I could also do that. Hold one. a good call, y'all. Commit to the bet. Yeah, I forgot that my ramen is still just sitting here in a mixing bowl. It's literally, like, within arm's reach. So I actually do have noodles on hand. Amanda and I both woke up from the letter. Wow. He's good. So you're gonna catch a movie with him? Yeah, I better message my dad book and let him know. Amanda slaps my laptop shut. You have to write him back. A real letter. But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon. Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool. Will you help me? I need to class this up. Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Buy tickets to a show that you two will like, then enclose them in the letter. Oh, that's classy. Amanda and I hop onto my laptop and peruse show times. He doesn't seem like a romantic comedy kind of guy. Oh, here's one. Vampire Crusade 2. Abandoned food again, huh? I was eating it. Evil never dies. Oh no, that sounds kind of stupid. Actually, it's critically acclaimed exploration in the anyway of existence. It really turns the vampire trope on its head. Really? Nah, there's just lots of blood and vampire titties. Well, let's roll the dice. I purchase the tickets and print them out, then sit down at the table with Amanda to try drafting a nice letter. I start writing. Damien. Alright, I hope that this letter finds you in good health. Hey. Good morrow to you on this fine eve. And while you guys decide, I'm gonna eat some ramen. Not sure if that checks out, but it looks fine to me. What's next? Hey, remember when you your son tried to cast M1 to dillo that kid? You good? I must confess of my amateur control of the written word. Moon? Lasagna's technically nudes. It is. Lasagna is 100% layered noodles, my dude. Would someone like to make a decision for me? Is lasagna noodles? Yes. No. Spend your acorns as you will. 1. Hold on, my phone is about to die on me. He remembers, Dad. Figured I'd recap. It's a good narrative storytelling, Amanda. Okay, we're trucking along. Let him know how you're feeling. You find me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. I did very much enjoy the adventure we found ourselves on last we met. That Ernest shit was pretty messed up. Ravioli or tubes, yet pasta? Yes, but they're marketed as lasagna noodles. There is noodle in the name. So, you know, I stand by what I said. Alright, so 1, 2, or 3, gang. 2. Welcome in, Declutter and Raiders. How far did we get in Sims, Declutter? Welcome to Dream Daddy. If anyone has to raid and run because it's late, you're hungry, you need a nap, you know, you gotta go to work, please do. I won't be offended. But if you're going to hang out, welcome to Dream Daddy, where we're trying to seduce a vampire. This is the Castlevania DLC that Wreckage has been waiting for. Not bad. Good action-y sentence. Ask him to hang out already. True art takes time, Amanda. While strange turn of events, I found myself enamored of the situation at hand. Like Burroughs' landscape with the fall of Icarus, I find myself lost in your details. Let me, get at that. Oh, dang! I haven't gotten some forbidden disease yet. Not that far. No, that's good, Declutter. Someone make a decision about which dialogue choice we're picking. Whoever types in chat first. Dad. Whoa. I saw it on TV. I am not actually an intelligent person. We're getting home, Pops. Let me take you out. I got 2 tickets to the movies. I would very much enjoy your company. Accompany me to the cinema. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. 1, 2, or 3. Smooth. Calling it the cinema is a classic move. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm for sure you'll find titillating and enjoyable. Best wishes, hard daps, namaste. Well, we'll carry on. We're still voting. Raiders, there is a poll up top on whether or not lasagna is noodles. Please vote. One. Fancy shop. Then I sign my name. Full name, fancier that way. Mom, Mommy. Is this okay? Amanda reads over my sloppy handwriting. Damien, good morning to you on this fine eve. Hey, remember your son tried to cast a vampire to that kid? I did very much enjoy the adventure we found ourselves on last we met. Like Burgos' landscape with the fall of Icarus, I find myself lost in your details. It would bring a great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you will find both titillating and enjoyable. Best wishes, Mom, Mommy. Spelled his name wrong. What? Nah, just try to keep you on your toes. Now all I have to do is seal it and put it in his mailbox. Can I seal it with tape? Yeah. That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back. Amanda leaves the room and returns with a candle, a lighter, and a small piece of wood. Gotta have a wax seal. She lights the candle, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax. What's the other thing? Amanda pours some of the wax onto the folded letter and accidentally presses a small wood into it. She lets it dry for a second and pulls the wood away, revealing... Here it is, your sigil. A little kitten with a bow on its head. Awesome. Scrapping stuff always comes in clutch. Well, I guess all there is to do is deliver it to his doorstep now, huh? Oh, I thought we were going to get a carrier pigeon to do it. I already called my guy. I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has the good pigeons. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good. I don't want to know if any of this is true. I head outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the ladder into the slot of his door and go back home. Mission accomplished? Now we play the waiting game. Night finally rolls around, where I'm supposed to meet with Damien. The next day, he'd left another beautifully crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit, and I show up to the theater a little bit early. It's a chilly night, and the theater's kind of crowded, but it's still nice. How do you do? I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damien standing right behind me. You almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there for? I don't know. I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you. Was that thunder? Is it gonna rain soon? I didn't hear anything. What? What? Regardless, the hour grows close. Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please, allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids, or perhaps Milk Duds. Let's do it. We get in line to buy snacks. As we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice behind us. I do not have the Vampire Slayer. Sorry, we're just gonna have to seduce him. Ugh, my dad's here. I turn around to find Lucien standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids. Lucien, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you spending some quality time with your friends. Whatever, Dad. His son does not look like Alucard. Yeah, we're seducing him, Wreckage. Ooh. And what movie will you be attending tonight? My friends are making me see some kid movie about talking animals. I don't really care about it. Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. You? Watching that? Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it. Good luck with that, Dad. Lucien rejoins his friends, and I look over to Damien. Good luck with what? It's nothing. My son loves to tease. We wait in line for a little longer, and Damien buys us snacks. He seems a little nervous. I wonder what's wrong. Damien and I take our seats and settle in for previews. Glancing at him, I can see that he's sweating profusely and gripping at his armrest. Is everything okay? Vampires, huh? The movie hasn't even started yet. Alright guys, what are we going to say here?
Oh my.
Ah, yes. The wind creatures in the mist. I fear them not, for I know the night as well as the, I'm so, excited for this film. I'm a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the art, the better. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Of course I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. Oh, interesting. That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected to bring up some sort of strange foreign horror film that I've never heard of. Damien's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies? You must be joking. I love horror movies. Vampires, huh? Lol. The lights dim for the film. Damien screams. I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. We settle in as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice, and he takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking. Dream Daddy? Yeah, Dream Daddy. Levy picked this out. The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters. Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. A pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and a well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin. Awaken my coven. Two vampires slide at the tops of their stone coffins onto the floor. Brother, is it time? Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy. It is time. The three look at each other, and then to the camera. for the Vampire Crusade. This rules. The trio of vampires flies off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. Declared and I both picked this out. Cool. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounded, it's actually a pretty fun flick. We get an intense moment of the movie where Romulus Trueblood sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army, whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. Romulus, it's good to finally meet you. General, I agree. It's good to finally blood you.
Oh my.
Romulus leaps out and slashes General's throat. Blood spatters over everything, including the camera.
Ah.
Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hand. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood or vampiric blood.
Ah.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Damien retracts his hand and places it back in his lap. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic, and I got to an extremely scary section. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit that he's afraid of it. Yeah, what's up, Arden? Tell me something good that happened to you today. Or something cute, I suppose. I assume it's good if it's cute. What you got to share with us, Arden? I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a Red Bull. I know it's 9:30, but I don't gotta get up early tomorrow. Okay. So this morning, Mason sat by my side. He hasn't done that in a really long time. Levy is silent about something. He usually sleeps on his side of his bed. On his his last night when you were talking to us, you were saying that Mason was already in bed on his blanket, right? Because he has his own blanket because he doesn't want to cuddle. That's cute, Arden. He was cold. He just wanted to snuggle. I wish he would hold my hand again. Maybe I could do something to try and make him feel more comfortable. I've got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. Tell a dad joke. Point out plot hole. Ask what's happening. Aw, he stole the blanket from you when he was a baby? Yeah, Levy's papa was watching Bluey when I went to bed. Alright, we're gonna tell a joke, point out why this movie doesn't make sense, or ask Damien what's up. What up, dog? Wait, what's happening? I believe Carmela is trying to kidnap the general's son, but the son is also her cousin? And there's a werewolf for some reason? Which one's Carmela? She's Demetrius' wife rival, I think. Great, he's confused. Go in for the kill. This movie doesn't make sense because I'm not paying attention, and therefore it's bad.
Huh.
Right, yes. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly, with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. We get the final scene of the movie, where Romulus' bloodbath and the general's wife embrace each other in his crypt. It appears that the true Vampire Crusade was a crusade in our hearts. Our cold, unbeating hearts. Romulus and the general's wife begin making out hard.
What?
The film fades to black, and the end appears on the screen. But then it hard cuts to Demetrius, his rival lover Carmela, who watched the two from afar.
Huh.
Oh no, twist ending. Our bloodline has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be a short time before the next Vampire Crusade 3, evil must die again. More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again, and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end. Pierre was in protective mode since I was home alone. So he didn't sleep, and I guess growled at my mom when she came home. Oh, well, hopefully they get back to you soon, Arden, because I know waiting lists are a huge pain. But hopefully you can get in to see someone. Damien and I walk out of the movie theater. Amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers, he's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated. What a interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by his harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore. Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be. Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll. Damien is making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk and the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. Lovely night, isn't it? As lovely as the company, yes. He thinks I'm lovely. Damn, okay, here comes the smoothest response. Thanks, cool, okay. No problem. Crushed it. We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I sure am one smooth operator. Are you getting hungry? We could maybe stop off and grab something to eat. Worry not, friend. I have a plan. We turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery? What? Are we going in there? A little bit of Victorian flavor, Mom. Trust me. I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him. For being in a cemetery, this is strangely romantic. Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition. An appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say? With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and a picnic basket. Wait, where were you hiding that? Under my cloak? Oh, right. Damien unfolds a blanket, and we both sit down, gazing out at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses. In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures. That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question, though. How are you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you have had trouble handling a scary movie?
What?
I wasn't. He sighs deeply. Have a good night, Wreckage. I will see you tomorrow for Fire Emblem, question mark? Because you normally do Fire Emblem around, I want to say 2 to 3 o'clock Eastern on Wednesdays. Shout out Wreckage. Let's shout out a whole bunch of people. Levy, you feel like shouting out some random people? Don't even care if they're in chat. No busy day tomorrow? Unfortunate. Alright, well, I will see you when I see you then, Wreckage. Okay, yes. I was extremely scared by the movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I just have never been good at those. I just feel as if because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films, so I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times. Damien, I'm so sorry. If I had known, I would have suggested another movie. It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one. Thanks for your help. Graveyards, however. I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of such a death brings me great comfort. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel very peaceful. Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. What is that? I'm not sure. It noticed us. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins lumbering slowly towards us, its shape taking more animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and as transfixed as I am. I wanted to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature is getting closer, moving faster. Oh, the dog. And it finally comes over to the light. The friendliest, dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs at his hands. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. What a beautiful dog. Hey, we both look up, not expecting to see. Thanks. Robert, what are you doing out here on this lovely evening? Hunting cryptids. What? What? I didn't know you had a dog. This isn't my dog. I found her wandering the street. I put a leash on her, and now we're walking around this graveyard together. Hunting cryptids. Damien and I share a look. May I give her a treat? Sure. Wouldn't give her the cheese, though. Not to worry. Damien reaches into the desk cloak and produces a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, his tail wagging furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks. My absolute pleasure. Damien shakes the dog's paw. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Robert and his dog disappear into the darkness again. Damien stares after them. I didn't know you liked dogs. Victorians love dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog, such as a terrier or Maltese. I, think big dogs are nice, too. Yeah, man, dogs are cool. I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home? Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it, as my knees aren't what they used to be. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out of the graveyard. As we begin the walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep. Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight. Damien, it was my pleasure. Mom, if you'll allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection. Damien reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded, monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hand. Wow, thank you, Damien. I will use this to dry my tears for those I've lost. I can't wait to sneeze on this. I'm going to wave this at passing ships. Our character's dumb. Alright, gang. 1, 2, or 3. Preferably not 3, but it's your call. Alright, Levy, you're our tiebreaker. 1 or 3. Sorry, Arden. A noble purpose. Damien shuffles his feet. I just want to say it's rare to find someone like you. Someone who's open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hand. I must take my leave. Good night. Before I can say anything else, he's gone. Huh? I unlock the door and step inside. Like a whirlwind, a man runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant. Hey, Dad. What's up? Were you watching me from the window? No, I was just, Okay, yes. How was the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Told you. But as it turns out, Damien is scared. Wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Scary, scary cool. Yep, he's so cool, scary. Nice save, Mom. That's fair. We could do a playthrough with all the silly answers after we finish this one. See what happens. You know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? I think I'm misremembering that. Wow, that's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though. How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf? How can you be sure I'm not a werewolf? And how can you be sure you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow. I don't trust you. Nor I you. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late, will ya? I'll try not to howl at the moon past midnight. You're never too busy or important to be kind to others. Date complete. Hey, we got a score. We got an A rank.
Majestic evening.
We did not get protective dad points. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turned off all the lights and walked down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but I can't make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds drained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of the bed, her knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. Did something happen, or we just bail? We don't know what to do. We're not emotionally available for this conversation right now. We outie. Moon wishes to be naked currently. Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. Something must have happened. Or leave her alone. Alright, I'll leave you be. I back out of the room and close the door gently behind me. She immediately starts crying again. Wow, I have no idea what has her so upset. She seemed totally normal. I feel awful just leaving her to cry, but I also get the feeling that if I tried to do anything else, it would only make her more upset. I can't stop mentally cycling through all the sorts of awful things she could be dealing with right now. More than anything, I just want her to be happy and safe. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, I hear her make a beeline for her to her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin? What? Can you come down here for a sec? There's a moment of silence. Yeah.
Oh.
Amanda sits down at the table across from me. So, I want to talk about what happened the other night. Amanda looks away. What has you so upset? What's going on? I told you, I don't want to talk about it. Jay has returned. Well, you've been giving me an attitude lately, and I'd like to know why. It's none of your business. Oh, he's showering, so you're waiting to read the bedtime story? That's fair. It's none of your business. What happened? Is it something I did? No, Dad. Can't you just drop it? Amanda, please talk to me. I feel like you're drifting away from me. I don't have to tell you everything. I'm an adult now. You should treat me like one. Amanda, I'm only pressing this because I care about you and I want you to be okay. You're not going to tell me, then fine. No matter how much you don't want to tell me about your health and well-being, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm your dad. It's my job. That's all. If you ever decide you want to talk about it, I'm always here for you. I reach out and squeeze her hand. Always. Okay. Amanda gets up. I'm going to go now. Alright. I watch Amanda go into her room and close the door. What you do... Oh, I didn't even have time to read that. Oh, I got dads. What's Matt need? Hey, Mom, what are your feelings about poker? Behind already knowing her. Poker? I already know her. There it is. Well, good talk. Boy, I actually like poker. I just saw the joke and I had to take the shot. Please, Matt, I'm a dad. I'm contractually obligated. No, I get that. Anyway, we've been playing weekly poker games. I figured I should send an invite your way. That sounds great. I love losing money. Cool, dude. See you soon. Lose that money. I'll be right back. This bowl is way too big for my cutlery, and I keep losing cutlery into the soup. Why is my daughter mad at me? I'm not sure. Not the cutlery. Ah. Welcome in, Rain. I think the raid happened like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. Ish. I was doing shit, and I was like, why don't I hear the birdie? That happens to me too. Hey, you know what my favorite is I'll fall asleep. Because occasionally I'll throw up a stream on my laptop so I can listen to it while I'm in bed. So I'll like fall asleep, like listening to Levy or June or Declutter or whoever, or Ardent or whoever's up late, right? And I'll get woken up because like three raids later, I'll get raided into something like Call of Duty, where it's just someone screaming into their microphone firing a gun. So I get that, guys. I saw someone that left Twitch going for a whole week and came back to find a random streamer. Yeah, exactly. You just wake up and you're like, why is there someone screaming? What's going on? Is there war? Was war declared? Matt invited me to poker night at Joseph's house. I put on my best going out coat and walk over. I was cool that this person was just dozens of raids into a Twitch run. I mean, you could just leave Twitch open the whole time. I find that eventually, though, you'll end up in someone's channel that doesn't raid out. Which is, you know, it is what it is. Across the way, I spot Matt, who's walking over from his own house. He's got a case of beer on his arm. Crap, I should have brought something. Yes, you can, because it does take you to a brand new page when you raid. Hey, man. Crap, I should have brought something. Haha, no worries, man. It's your first time. Just bring a full wallet. How long have you guys been at this for? Years, buddy. Just a nice way to keep in touch with the guys. It's never really high stakes. We pass through the fence, enclosing Joseph's backyard. Craig, Brian, and Joseph around the patio, drinking beer and chatting. Robert sits in the corner, brooding as usual. Mom, I'm glad you could make it. So am I. I'm psyched to take all your money. Just like old times. Craig's a resident shark. We prefer the term person who's good at poker. Well, I'm aware Craig's always been suspiciously good at poker. Are you still as terrible as you were in college? Poker face or tell the truth? Alright. One or two. Rain, Jay, Levy, Moon, Arden. I don't know who's all here. Poker face? Poker face? Hey, I wasn't terrible. I'm not bad at poker. I'm definitely good at poker. Everyone stares at me. Okay, maybe that was a little defensive. Womp womp. Speaking of, I'm about to fall asleep. Well, Moon, I hope you have a good sleep. And I will see you tomorrow. Moon is eepy. Okay, I'm bad at poker. There's no way you're as bad as Joseph. Joseph shrugs. This is basically my tithing. I've given back to the community.
Wink.
Plus, I'm happy to just sit here and eat all of Brian's snacks. But news aren't pasta, they're different ingredients. That is correct. But, and hear me out. Here is the articles that I get when I Google lasagna. They are straight up called lasagna noodles. So I would say that lasagna is nudes, even though ravioli is not nudes. Guess who brought pigs in blanket? Oops, I just clicked out of the thing. Not Craig. Hey, my chia seed and granola energy balls are just as delicious. Everybody laughs. Let's just get the game going. We all take a seat at the table, and Matt starts dealing cards. The first couple rounds go by easily, as I'm getting the hang of things. But it's obvious that Craig is running the show here. Craig, how do you get so good at this? Pretty easy. You just start getting a feel for everybody's style. Like, Matt will scratch his ear. Hey. Brian adjusts his pants when he's trying to lie. Now wait a second. And I think you just loudly announce the whole room when you have a good hand. Yeah, yep, that's me. What's Joseph's tell? Everything, literally everything. That man is his own book. He couldn't lie if he tried. Well, at least I have God on my side. See, you can't even say that with a straight face. What about Robert? Honestly, the man's an enigma. Robert raises his glass of whiskey to us in a solemn salute. I think he'd wipe the floor with us if he actually tried. Have a good night, Moon. Thanks for hanging out today. I'm just here because I enjoy the company. Robert pulls out his phone and stares at it. Robert, is that a flip phone? Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you, a drug dealer now? Yeah? What do you need? Horse? Speed? Tijuana Johnnies? I can get you the... I can get you the street stuff easy, but if you're looking for something exotic or designer, that's maybe 72 hours and a favor code. Maybe I won't need you today. Maybe I won't need you tomorrow, but someday. Oh, I don't really... I think I'm good. Right. But still, if you got the coin, I got the goods. I dropped my phone in the toilet, and this is the backup until I can get it replaced under warranty. Hello, Kite FF. How are we doing today? Fortnite. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm James. I am a variety streamer. On Tuesdays, we do visual novels. Currently, visual novels we're working through are Coffee Talk, Dream Daddy, and Stray Gods. On Friday mornings, we play Fallout. Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays are variety days. But yes, welcome in, everyone. You know, I don't know a great deal about Fortnite. Did you get a victory royale today? That's about all I'm capable of asking. I've played a few times. I'm not good. If anyone has to raid and run, don't feel bad about it. It's late for East Coast people. So, you know, you gotta wash up, eat a snickety snack, get ready for bed. European people probably have to get ready for work. So I'm not offended when people gotta bail. But anyone that chooses to hang out, welcome in. We did not, but still a lot of fun. I did not enjoy the start of the season because of all the car mechanics. So, you know, I did not play much. I've played maybe 10 games all told. I need to have a message written out for raids. Jamie, you're so good at raid speech. Sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah. Hard to agree on the car mechanics. Jay, you missed it on the charity stream. Since we had everyone in Discord, I outsourced the raid intro to people at random. Moon did it. Winter Monsoon did it. Lucy did it. Arden did it. June did one. It's interesting to see how someone else describes your channel. That's why I kind of like that Frosty Tools thing, but I would never use it myself. But yes, Raiders, tell me something that you like about Kite. You know, tell me something positive about the streamer you chose to watch today. No, I didn't say I don't like it. I said that I would never use it. You know, I like motor vehicles. I would never drive one. I dropped my phone in the toilet, and this is a backup until I can get it replaced under warranty. Everyone murmurs their sympathies. Kai's got World War II fun facts. Interesting. We've all been there. We go back up to playing. I really gotta stop eating these pigs in a blanket. Pigs in a blankets? I don't know, they're very good, but I think there might be cheese in them. Dream's very educational. That's neat. That's different. Oof. I don't know if I got enough to raise you on this round. You can always bet your firstborn. If you think you can handle another one, be my guest. Briar and Hazel are a handful to say the least. Buddy, you think 3 kids is a handful? Try 4. I'm operating 100% dad capacity at all times. Actually, it's technically 5. Christine saw a commercial for one of those dolls that poop and wouldn't stop asking for it. We ended up getting for her birthday, but she's so grossed out by the fake baby poop that she makes me change his diapers. So now I'm changing the real baby and the fake baby. There's just a lot of poop in my household right now. Daisy got one of those a while back. One night I walk in on her after she tried to get apart to see how the poop mechanism worked, but she couldn't put it back together and started crying. Poop everywhere. Fake poop, but still. Malia. Yes, Kite? Do you have a World War... Yes, Kite! Do you have a World War II fun fact for us? Hit me. That reminds me of... Wait. We all have poop doll stories? Everyone nods in agreement. Guys, I really don't need any more poop in my life. Then there already is. Can we just get back to poker and not talk about poop? Matt deals another hand, and we quickly forget about the poop. We run out of pigs and blankets, so we switch over to Craig's healthy snack for food. It actually isn't terrible. These kale chips are phenomenal. We should sell these at the coffee shop. My own recipe. I'd be happy to give it to you guys. I can see it now. Pierce that kale chips. Pierce the Veil is a popular post-hardcore screamo band out of San Diego. We all look at Matt confused. It's maybe not any of your wheelhouses. How's the shop nowadays? Busy as ever. I'm toying with the idea of hiring on another person to work the counter, but I haven't found a good candidate. If Matt is looking for a summer gig, let me know. It's really nice of you, but I think she's been being burned too badly by coffee shops before. Literally, not figuratively. Cute, Goth Daddy, and Matt are my favorites. We are romancing Goth Daddy right now. Matt cocks his head to the side. I'll ask her, though. We get out of the final hand of the night, and it's Craig in the lead by a landslide. Joseph has long since lost all of his chips and is taken to tidying up, refusing any help from the rest of us. Ryan deals us all cards. So what's it going to take for Robert to give a damn on this round? Robert looks at his half-empty glass of whiskey. You really want to unleash the beast? Well, now I'm curious. I have a long history of being a gambling man, but I'll only do it if you make it interesting. None of this penny ship nonsense. I got a Lily's 18-year single blend sitting in my closet right now. We're saving it for Nerve Returns 21, but I'm going to put it up as collateral. No, Damien. Now you're talking my language. He throws the keys to his truck on the table. She's seen better days, but you can still pull a tree trunk out of the ground. Nope.
Oh.
Myself and everyone else at the table immediately folds. Deal the cards, Bry Guy. You guys sure you wanna? You heard the man. Deal.
Oh.
Brian deals the next round of cards. Craig stares daggers at Robert, who casually sips his whiskey. So I know what you might be thinking. Robert put his old workhouse up for grabs. His only mode of transportation. At times in his life, his only home. How could he be so sure of his abilities in gambling? I'll tell you right now, Craig. I wasn't always like this. I was a lot like you. Smart, talented, cocksure of my own luck. Great biceps. But it didn't last long, though. I lost everything in a game of Pai Gow in the back room of a Shenzhen tea house on what I thought was a 3-day business trip. Everything gone. Clothes, money, identification. You name it.
Oh.
I woke up in a ditch near the Jiazhu Park and had to make my life new from there. It took me 3 years to beg, borrow, steal my way back to American soil. The middle guy is Matt. This is Craig. This is Matt. This is Robert. Matt is the coffee shop barista / owner who's really into music. You like Craig? I like Craig's hair. You know, I wish I could pull off hair like that. But my hair would just be a nightmare if I did something like that. In those years, I saw the greatest depths of human fear. Love deeper than I ever had, and lost it many times over. I've seen my own death, Craig. I know how I die. It's not like this. But let's make this more interesting.
Hey.
Robert produces a deed to his house from his jacket and tosses it on the table.
Hey.
All I have, and all I am. Are you prepared to go the distance?
I don't know.
Craig wipes the sweat from his brow. He studies Robert's face intently, searching for any sort of towel that he can find. Robert casually sips his whiskey again. I like Craig's hair, but historically I go for guys like Robert. Same, Jay, same. Fair. I got questions. Why does Robert carry around the deed to his house? And, like, if he specifically brought it, he planned on putting his house up as collateral on a poker game with his neighbors? I got questions. I got questions about this game because he's unhinged. I think Robert's secretly rich. He could be. He looks like the type that would, like, secretly own a construction company. You know? I fold.
Hey.
Everyone erupts. Fine, fine. The whiskey is yours. And that's why you don't dance with the devil. So what was it? Were you bluffing or did you have the cards? That's for me to take my grave, fellas.
Oh.
Next week, boys?
Hey.
Next week.
Hey, dude.
You got it.
Bro.
I'll be there. Sure thing, I almost had a heart attack. Hey, I'm back from lurking. I see we're trying to get with some big daddies. We are trying to seduce some daddies. Oh yes, before Mr. J. Mr. J is definitely not a nearly homeless alcoholic. This has been very relaxing, and I sincerely doubt I will wake up in a cold sweat thinking about it tonight.
Hey.
Keep working on that poker face, Mom. We're going for Damien, the vampire guy. I'll show him to you guys after. I feel like I married Brian with brown hair instead. Maybe. I've never seen a picture of you or your husband, Declare. We all say our goodbyes and head our separate ways.
Welcome. You've got dads.
I've got dads. Okay, so this is the one that we're trying to date. Yeah, Twilight Vampire Daddy. So, we got Craig, who is our college roommate. We've got Matt, the coffee shop owner. We got Brian, the landscaper, I think he is. We got Robert, who is, or is not, secretly rich. Jury's still out on that. We got the guy we're trying to romance. We got Hugo, the school teacher. Matt is who I chose when I played. His big turn on is don't talk to me. And then we got Joseph, who is like the church pastor and married. Alright, let's message Damien. You know they say about third dates, they get pretty serious. You might not have time to browse dad book for a while. Are you ready? Save and continue. Because we know that it creates bonus saves every time it saves. It doesn't just overwrite your save anyway. Youth minister. Wait, so you can romance a married man? Yes, you can. Brian is also married. You know what? I think he is very similar to me, but with longer hair, no beard, goth, paler skin, and good looking. But other than that, just like me. So Stone, the only thing that he's similar to you in is that he's taller than me. Got it. Ever since we had that picnic at the graveyard, Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together. We go on nighttime strolls pretty regularly. He was so impressed with the first letter I wrote him that he insisted we only communicate by post instead of through dad book. I initially protested, but he gave me one of his old signet rings to use as a seal for my letters, and I just couldn't say no. Hang out with that goth dad again? Please, Amanda, you know his name. And yes. Be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? I remember you invited him into our household that one time, and I've seen The Lost Boys, and I honestly would have preferred trying to see if he could walk through the threshold of a home under his own power. Yes, Amanda. I have become Damien's familiar. I am compelled under his curse. I'm sorry, sweetie. Turn into a bat. I don't think... What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat? Well, okay, I'm off. You're taking the car or you're flying off it under the night on the leathery wings of a bat. One of those. While I'm out, can you throw away the garlic bread that's in the freezer so I don't die? That'd be great. I'm keeping you there as insurance, you understand, right? That's my girl. I would never be a homewrecker. No, Jamie is. Wait, Brian is a redhead, right? I forgot what your dad looks like. Just look in the mirror, Stone. We already established that. Damien and I walk along the water's edge, chatting. Damien's cape, cloak. He hates it when people call it a cape. Damien's cloak flutters behind him in the breeze. This is gonna seem like a silly question, but why did goths wear black? Gothic subculture has always been associated with death, so it would make sense that the style surrounding it would be greatly influenced by mourning. Interesting enough, though, was that in the Victorian era, Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her late husband for 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. If that's not goth, I don't know what is. I have another question. Go ahead. How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned in the graveyard that it helps you appreciate your life or something. Yes, Stone, you made most of these decisions the first time we did this. I've experienced several losses over the course of my life, and I truly believe the only manageable way to cope with it is to accept that death is simply a part of living. It's the single universal truth for every human who has ever lived. I am going to die. You're going to die, and life carries on without us. Yet I regret nothing. Perfect, Stone. Doesn't that make you feel scared? Not at all. Without the advances of modern science, death was everywhere in the Victorian era, and yet funerals were major social functions. Victorians were obsessed with the mementos of their loved ones, even going so far as to take elaborately staged photographs of their dead relatives. The minutiae of mourning was so complex that there were a set of periods of grieving that were deemed acceptable based on who in your life had passed. Now, we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost yourself, because we have no modern equivalent of those formalities. We need to allow ourselves time to grieve, to feel that loss fully, but not allow it to consume us. So no, I'm not afraid of death. I believe it is a waste of time to spend your life dreading the end of it. The time we have here is brief and fleeting, and occasionally cruel, but it is at all times precious. To stare death in the face and live despite that, I think is a noble existence. Let's save mourning for the dead. Wow, that's beautiful. I can see the moonlight in the vague glint of Damien's eyes. He smiles. We turn to the harbor and watch ships pass, breathing in the salty sea air. I look to Damien again and can't help but be entranced by his charm, his mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating. I lean in closer to Damien, closing my eyes as I do so. I'm so sorry. I have to take this. Damien steps away from me to answer his phone. Oh no, I hope it isn't Lucian again. I think the Victorian obsession with death was just trauma, but okay. After speaking in hushed tones for a few moments, Damien returns to me. Everything okay? There's an emergency. Lucian? No, thankfully, but I must take my leave. Oh. Okay, is there anything I can do to help? Dads do have to stick together, right? You know it. Then come, there isn't time to waste. No, Lucian's his son. After a short drive in silence, we arrive at a rundown building on the outskirts of town. Where are we? It's better if I just show you. I push the surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. A few rickety chairs line the walls, and there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the walls, but they're so nondescript, I'm still unsure of what kind of place this even is. Wait here for a moment, I'll be right back. Damien walks off down a corridor, but boot heels echoing through the halls of this seemingly empty building. Distant howls echo from someplace I can't see, and there's a faint screeching sound, like claws on tile. I cautiously peek down at the hall and find stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up the chain-link fence, sticking their noses through the air through to sniff at the air. It's a question. So in Western culture, black is associated with death, so dogs wear black. But in China, white is for funerals, mourning, and death. So goths in China decked out in white clothing. Oops. Goth culture is European, so they probably imitate the European way. Probably. There's goth culture in Mexico, and their death customs are colorful and not black. But the girls wear black. Goths wear black. 1 second. I'm gonna blow my nose. I'll be right back. As far as I understand it, the Visigoths would be where Gothic culture like extended from. Let me Google that real quick. The Visigoths, historic kingdom. Oh, it was Germanic, and Gothic culture began in the United Kingdom in the 1980s. Goth is a music-based subculture that began in the United Kingdom. No. For other uses, see goth. A Goth is a member of the Goths, a group of East Germanic tribes. Two major political entities of the Goths were the Visigoths, which were Spanish, the Ostrogoths, which were Italian. And then there was a Germanic offshoot as well, which is probably related to the Ostrogoths. So I would assume that the Goths that he's referring to would be the traditional ones, not the United Kingdom ones. The Goths were a Germanic people who played a major role in the fall of the Western Roman Empire and emergence of medieval Europe. The etymology of the demonym Goths is closely related to that of the Swedish Guts and Gates. In his book Gattaca, historian Jordanes writes that Goths originated in southern Scandinavia, but the accuracy of this account is unclear. A people called the Guttones, probably early Goths, are documented living near the Vistula River in current Poland in the 1st century, where they are associated with the archaeological Wilbok culture. From the 2nd century, the Wilbok culture expanded southwards towards the Black Sea, in which has been associated with Gothic migration, and by the late 3rd century, contributed to the formation of the Chernyakhov culture. By the 4th century at latest, the several Gothic groups were distinguishable, among whom the Thervingi and Gurthungi were the most powerful. During this time, Wulfilia began the conversion of Goths to Christianity. In the late 4th century, the lands of the Goths were invaded from the east by the Huns. In the aftermath of this event, several groups of Goths came under the Hunnic domination, while others migrated further west or sought refuge inside the Roman Empire. Yeah, so we're talking about the Goths, not the Gothic subculture. All right, Jay's gonna go read Dune. Have a good night, Jay. I'll catch you tomorrow. So what did we learn from the Romans? If a Goth comes knocking, don't open the gate. Yes and no. So, do you guys want a history lesson or do you want me to play the game? Because I can do either right now. What have I gotten myself into? Suddenly, the light shut off. I panicked, unsure of where I am or how I can get out. I stumbled through the darkness, my breathing getting heavier and heavier. If Goth Daddy comes knocking, you open more than just a gate. Thanks, Stone. Damien? The lights finally turned back on. Hey, sailor. Mary, what are you doing here? You aren't here for the fight club? I, don't want to get punched in the face? Great, because this is an animal shelter. A what? We take care of stray animals, and then people adopt the stray animals. Didn't you see the pets when you walked in? Oh, sorry, I didn't really expect to see you volunteering in an animal shelter. Wow. Okay, kid. Way to put me in a box. Dave, you hear this baloney? Just one moment. Thunder cracks, and a door bursts open. Appearing from the shadows I see. Damien? Hey. It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak, no Victorian era clothing, no makeup. I wasn't planning to share this side of me until much later, but I'm not as goth as you think. I'm assistant administrator for the IT department of a realty company. I wear tennis shoes to work, and I listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoy going to the hardware store and looking at storage solutions, and I volunteer at the animal shelter in my spare time. I'm boring. I'm fascinated with Victorian history and the goth lifestyle, but that much is true. It's just not all that I am. I need you to know that. Change my mind. Go for the mommy. Where's my Victorian goth? She's married to the pastor. Oh, I hate to cut the moment here, but there's some really pressing business that needs attending to.
What?
Oh, right. It's Duchess Cordelia. Again? Who's Duchess Cordelia? She's one of the pups. Gets out all the time. She somehow learned how to open doors, and now she's unstoppable. When did she get out? This morning. I went to go sing sea shanties to the cats, and when I came back, she had already bolted. I have to stay here with the pets, so I need you to go and find her. Of course. Where could she be? She always ends up running off to the same places. Here, let me draw you a map. Mary starts scribbling on the back of a pet adoption form. She's very smart, ruthless even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she will turn into a werewolf and start eating people. What? You're a perfect little peach, Mom. We just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold. Oh. I'll grab some treats and we can hit the road. Damien and I look over the map Mary created for us. Mary's map. Softball field. Coffee. 4. Cats. Aquarium. Shelter. Bayside. Coffee Dad. Nerd's house. Mary's sick pad. Smalls. James. Other Nerd's house. Mario Batali. Kale. The vampire's married. We're already a homewrecker. The ocean or whatever. North, west, east. Shit. Oh man, I'm Nerd's house? At least you're not other Nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. Congrats, kiddo. Where should we head first? Cul-de-sac, coffee spoon, softball field, Bayside Aquarium. Alright, Stone, where are we going? I'm gonna go blow my nose again. Stone, decide where we're going. The vampire's married. We're already homewrecker. I have no idea what is what for story. I say nerd's house. I want to see some nerds. Stone, there's 5 options listed at the bottom of the screen, and nerd's house is not one of them. I mean, okay, but that's not helpful, Stone. So, you know, you need to pick one of the 5 options that's listed, or else we're not actually gonna get on with the game. Jamie and I exit the parking lot and start driving toward town. I look over to him. He seems concerned. Shouldn't be too hard to find the Duchess, right? She's a pretty big pup. Mary wasn't kidding when she said the dog was smart. One time she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby. It was a really great year for Bark Bark Bark. I don't know. What do you think our odds are, Mom? This will be easy. Gotta stay positive. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. My dad once told me, Mom, you can't shove raisins up your nose, and that hurt my feelings. I felt discouraged, but I kept a positive attitude, and you know what? I made it happen. Ew. Might have landed me in the ER and forced me to have 10 golden raisins removed from my nasal cavity. But on that day, I learned that anything possible if you have a good attitude and abnormally large nostrils. Young children are really resilient, I suppose. Yeah, let's get those raisins. Yeah, nose raisins. That's my new term for boogers, nose raisins. Ha, yes, young children. I was 16. Let's just hope for the best. We got this. We drive through the cul-de-sac and everything seems pretty normal. It looks like Brian's doing some yard work. We pull into Brian's driveway and hop out.
Okay.
Hey, don't step on the grass. I just mowed. Have you seen any unusual activity in the area today?
Hey.
Aside from your underwater lawn? Ooh, here we go. How dare you? I take my lawn care very seriously. Mom, please. You haven't seen a dog run through here, have you? Well, a little while ago I heard Maxwell barking at something. When I came outside, my garden had been torn to shreds. It's going to take forever to retow the soil. That could be a dog, or a rather feisty raccoon. You trying to kill Brian? Why are you trying to kill Brian, QB? Whatever it was, it must have been hungry. Ate all of my tomatoes. I'm very sorry to hear about your garden. If you need some assistance restoring it to its former glory, please don't hesitate to contact me. Will do, buddy. Good luck finding that dog. She's probably still hungry. I wonder if she's looking for more food somewhere elsewhere. Okay. So she ran through here. So she ran through he ran through Mario Batali's backyard. So the next stop would probably be the coffee shop. Assuming that, you know, this dog runs in a straight line, right? Either that or it runs around into Bayside. I'm leaning towards coffee spoon, y'all, but someone else has to make a decision for me. I don't make decisions. I just sit here and eat cookies and look cute. I'm running out of Chips Ahoy. We park in front of Matt's coffee shop and walk inside. It seems like a slow day. Matt sits behind the counter reading a book. Hey, Matt.
Hey,
Didn't expect to see you two today. What's up? Have you seen any stray dogs around? Actually, yeah. I caught one digging through the trash earlier. It ran away when I tried to get closer, though. You see what direction it ran in? Matt thinks for a second.
Hey.
Might have been running east, I think. That pup tore through 3 pans of old banana bread Kennedys. Want to take some for the road, just in case? Sure thing. Matt packages up a slice. Thanks for the slice. The road slice. This banana bread is going to be so good. I don't think he meant to give... I think he meant to give it to you for the dog. Right, I meant... It's going to be so good for the dog to eat. I feel like we're on the right track. You think? We keep this up, we'll find the Duchess in no time. Hey, if you like dogs so much, why don't you have any? Lucien is severely allergic. I wouldn't put him through that. But there are still dogs in my life, so for that, I'm grateful. There's gonna be one more dog in your life, buddy. Splendid attitude. Let's not waste any more time. Barely. Okay, so east from the coffee shop would be Bayside. Thanks, Levy. I appreciate that you think I'm adorable. We arrive at the Bayside. Just like old times, eh? I remember it as if it were yesterday. I mean, earlier today. So what do you think? Any sign of the pooch? None yet. Although, who knows if you made it onto any of these ships. The Duchess would do that? I wouldn't put it past her to know how to navigate rough seas without a compass. Very smart. Pops? Gabe and I turn around to see my daughter. Amanda, what are you doing here? Do you think I just stayed inside all day vegging out on the couch and watching TV? Oh, sorry. What are you doing? I'm headed home to veg on the couch and watch TV. I had to get a burrito first. Young miss, have you seen a dog around here? Oh, you bet. I saw a Pomeranian with a bow around his neck. I saw a big old Doberman named Henry. There was a stroller full of Yorkies, a Greyhound, a Golden Retriever. Did you see a Mastiff anywhere? No dice. I would definitely have remembered that. Yes, but she needed a burrito, Stone. Burritos don't just make themselves. And it's easier to buy one than to go make one yourself. I gotta run though. This burrito is about 10 minutes before the cheese breaks down the molecular structure of the tortilla and makes it all soggy. You understand? I do? Of course. Have a lovely evening, Miss Mommy. Matt said Duchess went east from the coffee spoon, but there's no sign of her here. I suppose we need to go. Not so east? Burritos are worth leaving the house? Yeah, exactly. Where is she getting this money? Oh no, is she selling drugs? Is our girl selling drugs? Penguins! Welcome to Only Pangs. Damien and I stopped by the aquarium. Everything looks in order here, but it might help get out of the car and take a look. You see anything?
Oh, no.
No dog here. Not even any sign of her. Do you know that penguins are considered the goths of the sea? Damien, I want to believe you so badly. I fear our hours are very short. We must make haste if we're to find the Duchess by sundown. Damien's looking more stressed by the minute. I gotta think of something to lighten the mood. What kind of dog does a vampire have? Knock, knock. How many goths does it take to screw in a light bulb? I would imagine it would be unwise for a vampire to take up the company of a smaller mammal for the means of companionship. It would be too tempting, too. Yes, best way to start. Make fun of his love or something. A bloodhound. I was gonna say bloodhound, Damien. Oh yes, haha. Jeez. I keep reading Damien's directions from the map as we drive around town. I guess the only place we haven't been is the softball field. We drive to the softball field. It looks like Craig's team is practicing. I wonder if any kid saw something. Craig spots us and jogs over. Softball bat slung over his shoulder.
Oh.
Hey bros, what's up? Craig, you wouldn't have happened to see a dog around here, would you? One escaped from the animal shelter and we're trying to locate her. I don't think so. Maybe one of the girls saw something. Girls? Hi, Amanda's dad. Hi, Lucian's dad. We have names. Girls, have you seen any dogs around? There was a big dog here earlier. She ran off a while ago, though. I don't think she had an owner, but she really wanted to play. We tried to play fetch with her, but she just took a softball and ran. I think she ate it, actually. She was a lot of dog.
Nice.
Here, take another softball. Might come in handy later.
Oh.
Many thanks, Craig. Okay, so we've been to the cul-de-sac, we've been to the coffee spoon, we've been to the softball field. I'm gonna say the beach. Game and I arrived back at the Bayside. Doesn't seem like anything has changed here. Matt said Dutch went east from the coffee spoon. Suppose we need to go. Not so east? I feel the night draws closer and closer with each passing breath. We must find the Duchess soon. This is serious. I hope we find her. I'm gonna go back to the cul-de-sac. I don't know. We went over the cul-de-sac to find everything looking normal, except... Uh-oh. Hugo's front door is open. So she can open doors.
Oh, no.
This is classic Duchess Cordelia, a telltale sign. We should approach with caution. Whatever goes down in there, I've got your back. We creep up onto the porch and step inside. There, sitting in the center of Hugo's living room, like she owns the damn place, is one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen. Woof! Well, she hasn't broken anything in here yet.
Huh.
Wonderful. Now all we have to do is get the leash on her before she tries to escape again, and get out of here before Hugo comes home. Easy peasy. Duchess, come here. Duchess eyes Damon warily. As he approaches, she begins to growl.
Huh.
She's on her guard. We'll need another plan. Dog treat, softball, give her the banana bread. Banana bread? I reach into my pocket and pull out the slice of banana bread Kennedy Matt gave me. Duchess sniffs the air and hones in on the bread. Come here, girl. Nice and easy. I've got some yummy, homemade, vegan, and possibly gluten-free banana bread. If that's what you're into. The Duchess cautiously approaches me and gives the bread a good sniff before gently taking my hand and dropping it on the ground, like dogs always do for some reason. She curls up and starts munching on the bread. Success! Damon walks up behind the Duchess and attaches the leash to her collar. She immediately notices and starts whining. It's time to go home now, Duchess. Damon gives a tug of the leash. She won't move. Duchess, what happened to our rapport? You know I used to be bosom buddies. She still doesn't move. She's huge. There's no way we could even try to lift her. Well, this is a weird situation to be in, but I think we're literally trespassing our friend's house with this large dog. What are you nerds doing? Ernest stands in the doorway with a plate of pizza rolls. Don't tell your dad about this. We're definitely not trespassing. What flavor pizza rolls are those? What flavor pizza rolls is that? Pepperoni blast. Nice. The Duchess notices Ernest and starts pulling against the leash. What does this dog do? Why is this dog in my house? It's a long... Duchess suddenly breaks free from Damon's grip and hurtles towards Ernest. Ah! Ernest and the Duchess fall to the ground. Pizza rolls fly everywhere. This is bad. Ernest, are you okay? Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll. Hey, she likes pizza rolls. Ernest sits up, but the dog keeps licking his face. Oh, hey. Hugo stands at the door, looking like he's at a loss for words.
Sweet man,
Why are you guys... Whose dog is this? It's a long story, but it involves a large dog who knows how to open doors. Woof! Hugo, may I present you Duchess Cordelia? Alright, have a good night, Stone. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good day at work tomorrow, buddy. Be safe. Take care of yourself. Stay hydrated.
I don't know.
How do you do? We're friends. The Duchess licks at Ernest's face. She's from the local animal shelter. She got out. We've been chasing her all around town. Your house was her final stop. Dad, can we keep her? Ernest, I don't know if we are set up to take care of her. Wait. Just call me Dad? Come on, please. Look how cute she is. Hugo sighs. We had been talking about adopting a dog for a while. But you have to promise me you'll take care of her. Yeah, I'll give her all the pizza rolls her little heart desires. I suddenly remember it was at the back of this map and pulled out a pen out of my pocket. Got the forms ready for you if you're interested. Or even waive the adoption fees since, you know, we technically broke into your household. Now go get that daddy for me. Will do, Stone. Well, alright, it's a deal. Hugo steps onto the porch with us and signs the form while Ernest plays with the Duchess inside. He sure seems to be happy with his new friend. I know, he called me Dad. Can you believe it? David placed a hand on Hugo's shoulder. I certainly can. I think this would be really good for Ernst. It should teach him some responsibility. You should probably look into getting better locks on your door, though. The Dutch is a wily one. But do right by her and she'll love you too forever. Thank you. And long story short, the Duchess now lives in a happy home and neither of us was charged for breaking and entering. Okay, plan. Kidnap puppy and say broke into my house. Get free dog. I guess. Will your mom and your grandma go for it? So all in all, I think it was a fine day's work. Nice work, you two. Mom, you could be a value asset to our team of volunteers, you know. If you ever feel like petting some puppies, hit me up. Mary, I always feel like petting puppies. Good to know. Well, I'll catch you fellas later. Mary starts to leave. And one last thing. Damon's been telling me about you. Glad he finally brought you around. Oh, yeah. Damon's my special boy. I love him. We go way back, and I got a vested interest in his health, success, and well-being. If you ever heard him. Mary?
Hey.
You can fill in the blanks. I gulp. Yes, ma'am. Mary leaves me alone with Damien. So, about the whole goth thing. I, completely understand if you aren't interested in me anymore. What? Am I missing something here?
Oh no.
I'm not a cool goth prince. I'm boring. I own 5 pairs of tennis shoes. I wear dumb glasses. Don't you care? He looks so nervous. We don't care about my grandmother. She has no say, and if I get the right puppy, Mom will say yes. The only one ended up getting adopted because we thought about it. I told you to get the puppy. I told you to do it. Damon, do you really think I only like you because of all the goth stuff? Yes. We wanted to date a vampire. That was really the only selling point. That's all cool, but the best thing about you is how passionate you are about the things you love. History, art, Victorian fashion, dogs, storage solutions. It doesn't matter what it is. You care, and that's awesome. Also, the glasses are very cute. You don't think I'm boring at all? If you're boring, then I don't know what that makes me. I spend too much time online shopping for flashlights. I get excited to mow my lawn on Saturdays. I crank about commercials being too loud. I've even been thinking about making my own peanut butter. Then maybe we can be boring together? It would never be boring if I was with you. Damien suddenly closes the gap between us and pulls me into a hug. He buries his face in my shoulder. His hair smells like lavender and rosemary. I was scared you wouldn't like me. Quite the opposite. Damien pulls away for a second and looks me in the eyes. Without the colored contacts, his eyes are so dark and soulful. May I kiss you? Of course, does a bat have wings? Thou art welcome. Does a bat have wings? Ah, I believe I have my answer then. He smiles slightly and leans in, giving me a gentle kiss. Damien pulls away and gives me an intense look. Do you want to help me take care of the puppies? Yes. Damien and I arrived back at the cul-de-sac, our fingers intertwined. Like a proper gentleman, he walked me to my doorstep. This was lovely. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for everything. I'm very happy I can be myself around you. I'm glad, but I have one request. What's that? Can we keep sending each other letters? But of course. Damien kisses me one last time before turning around and heading home. Amanda runs back to the couch from the window and tries to look as nonchalant as possible. Hello, Father. I was sitting here on the couch this entire time. Hi, Amanda. So, are you guys, like, starting a vampire coven together? Oh, plot twist. Mothman. Damien's actually Mothman. I didn't see it coming either. Genius. Well, whatever's happening, I'm really glad you two are happy. You deserve it, Dad. Aw, shucks. I'm gonna head to bed. Catch you in the morning? Sure thing. I make my way to my room and fall into my bed with my heart full, excited for the days to come. Do it once, do it right. Date complete. Mandals, home cooking, darkness, Uj-sama, werewolf, Duchess.
Have you considered taking part in the goth lifestyle?
Look at that, go on all Damien dates. Please don't pirate games. Will, I think I have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any minute now. I think that's the car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, Mom. Be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Hey, Dad. Off to a good start? Something fishy? Rats. What? No? You asked too many questions? Sorry, sweetie, it's the feds. That life of crime is finally catching up to you. I try to send him in a different direction, but even I'm no match for the power and funding of the US government. What do you think they're gonna take me alive? They got another thing coming. I'm kidding, you're right. I have a little surprise for you. Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Father, it would fill my heart with glee. I lead Amanda over the kitchen table, where a present lies covered under a tablecloth. It's nothing special, but I wanted to get you a little something. You graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal about it, but... Oh, Dad, you... I dramatically wear the tablecloth off the table. Amanda's jaw drops. No way. I figure you probably won't be at the cable in the dorm, so I thought it might be nice to take a piece of home with you. A DV box set of Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers. This is all 19 seasons. And bonus material, including commentary with actual ghosts featured on the show. Dad, I love this, thank you. He gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you wanna hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something? Totally. I follow Amanda to the back door.
Hey.
What? You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten that my entire mission in life is to make a big deal of your accomplishments. So consider this your graduation party. Surprise. Dad, everyone's here. Hell, well, yeah, everyone wanted to come and support you. Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is, fully customizable, down to the type of mac. And there's an ice cream cake. The good kind with the crunchies in the middle. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Just have fun with your pals, alright? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make the rounds to make sure everyone's having a good time. First, mac and cheese. I walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda. We have a real fluffy Samoyed right now. His name's Harold. Loves belly rubs. He always tries to lick your face if you get too close. Mrs. Christensen, thank you so much for telling me in great details about every dog currently in the animal shelter. Please tell me about the Afghan with the 3 legs again.
Hey.
Sure, Quadro, we call him. One of those ironic nicknames. You know, if you're really interested, I could probably steal one for you. Really? Nah, but I could get you in to meet all of them. We could always use extra hands around the shelter.
Hey.
If those extra hands happen to steal a dog. I'm glad you were able to bond over cute dogs. It really warms my heart. Dad, we're having a moment.
Huh?
Hey, Sailor, your kid's a good egg. Where's your goth prince? You two are usually attached to the hip these days. He's around. Stellar. Mary turns her attention to Amanda. It's not too hard to sneak a dog into college. Trust me, I did it plenty back in the day. At one point, I had 3 cats living in my dorm. I decided to leave them to it. All of a sudden, a huge dog leaps up into my arms. Duchess! Hugo and Ernst run up to me. The Duchess gives my face a few broad licks and hops down. We're working on that. Got her in disciplinary class. She's a wild spirit who runs away where she may. I don't mind at all, huh? Looks like the 3 of you are getting along nicely. She's a valuable addition to the clan. If I hold up my homework in front of her, she'll eat it. Cool. We'll deal with that later. Duchess Cordelia spots a squirrel and darts across the yard. Ernest follows, her laughing. He's actually been a lot more manageable lately. I think taking care of the dog is good for him. Thanks for breaking into my house, I guess. Anytime. Mom. Brian, you made it. Ha. I don't pass up on good mac. What do you think of the party? It's not bad. Just not bad? Yeah, it's not bad. Don't let him bait you. Don't let him bait you. Thank you for that lovely compliment. Daisy trots up. Hi, Amanda's dad. Hey, Brian's daughter. See? See how that feels? This is a really great party. Thanks so much for inviting us. You're very welcome, tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. Brian and I lock eyes. This isn't over. Hey, bro. Bro, this is a real rager. Taking our older age into consideration. I'm trying to be in bed at reasonable hours tonight. Don't let me get too wild.
Hey.
Don't worry, dude. I'll keep an eye on your fruit punch intake. You know, I'm really glad we're bros again. Me too, dude. Briar and Hazel peek out behind Craig. Hi, little ones. Hello. Hiya. Thank you for all the ice cream cake. Wait, girls, how much of that did you eat? Briar ate 4 pieces. Ask any witnesses. No, I didn't. Hazel ate 4 pieces and wants to pin it on me because we look alike. I have your face. Nobody will ever believe you. Oh boy. I'll let you guys figure this out. Good seeing you, Craig. Let's hang soon, yeah?
Hey.
Totally. Tell Amanda congrats for us. Looks like you've settled in this neighborhood quite nicely. Yep, couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad. Hopefully we'll see you at more church events. We got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year. Sure thing, Joseph. And maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang out sometime. Sure, Joseph, that'd be great. Well, see you later. Hugh comes up with a plate of mac and cheese.
Ah.
The perfect cheddar to mac ratio. Beautiful work, Mom. Thanks, Hugo. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda going to her dream school. I'm glad she turned it around for finals. Me too. That scholarship money will really help. Amanda walks by and pretends not to see Hugo. Amanda, come say hi to your old teacher. Hey. Congratulations on graduating. I know you're going to do great things at art school. Ah, yeah. Thanks. Amanda starts to back away. Wait. I just realized you're not my teacher anymore, so I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me.
Oh.
You're right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah, I'm gonna break anything I want, and there's nothing you can do about it. Are you still mad about that one time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? Nope.
Oh.
And I'll have you know that globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place, so you'll fit into college just fine. Hey, Robert. Glad you could make it. Yep. Robert takes a sip of his drink. Why is he being so cold to me? Everything okay? Sure. Why won't you talk to me? I thought we had something. Come on, Mom. You know what this was. You were an object to me, the same way I thought I was an object to you. I figured we were on the same page here, at least now from how you were acting. But I don't want to be in this if there are feelings involved. I got too much to deal with as it is. I'll catch you around. Hey, man. Matt, let me know when Amanda leaves for college. I'll have a fresh batch of banana bread Kennedys ready for her. Thank you. I know she'll love that. Hey, Amanda's dad. I turn to spot Lucien walking up to me. Yes, Lucien? Thanks for inviting me to your party. Anytime, bud. I know we had a rocky start, but I'm glad to know you. I hope you know how much your dad cares about you. Yeah. My dad's had a rough couple years, and I know that it must not have been easy to raise me alone. He's kind of a weird guy, but I love him a lot, and it seems like you make him happy. So, you're cool in my book. Thank you, Lucien. That means a lot to me. Sure. And let me know if you want me to give you a stick and poke sometime. Thanks for coming by, Lucien. See you around, Mom. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat on our back porch step. The sun is setting, and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Hey, thanks for the party. You really didn't have to. I ruffle her hair. Anything for my panda.
Oh.
Amanda looks down at her shoes and sighs. What's wrong? Amanda takes a deep breath. I'm scared, Dad. How am I going to make it through college if I can barely scrape through by in high school? I don't know how to do adult stuff. My whole future is riding on this. Aren't you at least a little excited? It's your dream school. No. I'm too worried to be excited. I'm not ready for this. And I'm worried that you aren't either. Hey, kiddo. It's going to be alright. No matter how far away we are from each other, you're always going to be my daughter. We've been through a lot together. This is the next challenge. I'll always be a phone call away. You're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. Yeah, I guess. This isn't... Are you mad at me? No, I'm not mad, but it seems like she's trying to put this delicately. I feel like I didn't get a chance to be independent, you know? I love you, Dad, but I need space to be my own person. I didn't really get to do that growing up. I'm glad we're close, but you can't be my best friend all the time, and I can't be yours. Oh. Maybe me going away will be good for both of us. Set up some boundaries. I don't know what to say. Don't get me wrong, I love you, but I do wish things had been different. I guess I have a lot to think about now, huh? I guess. Amanda hops up. My friends invited me out for ice cream, so I'm gonna head out. She kisses me on the top of my head. See you later, Pops. I love ya. Wow, Amanda really dropped a bomb here. Get bad Amanda ending. World's okayest dad. Well, okay. It's hard to process this all. I thought I was being the best parent I could, but apparently there's still a lot to learn. I'd love to see Damien smiling at me. I think seat next to Damien as the last guests make their way out of the party. Do you know that in the Victorian era they would call benches seedy boys? What? Really? I'm kidding, Mom. But what if? Good to see you and your civvies again. Thank you. I had a revelation the other day, Mom, and I think it was largely due to your continued influence upon me. There was a version of myself that might have been embarrassed to show you my true form, my information technology form. What you said about me, about how my passion was what you truly admired, that emboldened me to feel like myself regardless of how I chose to dress and act. Instead of separate entities, they're simply two different facets of myself. A three-dimensional human being with his own thoughts, wants, and needs. I love dressing the way I do, but feeling constricted by what I thought was my own personal brand made me lose sight of why I did this in the first place, to make myself happy. I place my hand on Damien's and I feel a light squeeze. Looking up, I'm greeted by Damien's warm smile. I try to be more comfortable with who I am, rather than dwelling on who I could be to other people. I can't stop smiling. I'm so proud of him. Damien, I'm so happy you've realized you can be a dog-loving goth. Me too, Mom. Me too. I feel myself inching closer and closer to Damien. I go to brush a lock of hair out of his face, and am shocked at how soft it is. How is your hair so soft? Dog shampoo. I keep running my hands through his hair as he leans closer to me, placing a hand on the side of my face. He strokes my cheek with his thumb.
Oh.
You know, public displays of affection were considered scandalous in the Victorian era. Damien pulls me in for a kiss. But I think I can make an exception for you. That's it for it. Stand up for yourself. Don't let anyone disrespect you. And that is an ending. We should have ads soon, so I'm going to let this roll, and I'm going to run to the washroom, and then I will be back. Okay, I don't believe that it's, I don't think we're gonna start a new run right now. So I think that we will just finish out the stream playing a bit more Cuisinier. I've been really enjoying it. For those that don't know, Cuisinier is a, kind of like a bit of a roguelite, like, you know, you run a restaurant and sell little dishes to your little townsfolks. And like the other half of the gameplay loop is that we go to a dungeon and get recipes to make the dishes for our restaurant. And we unlock new recipes by giving ingredients to our villagers for whatever their projects are. Oh, and here is our picture of Goth Dad for completing the run. So do we have, like in Hatterfall, like a little gallery telling us which endings we've already done? Dad Director's Cut. Gallery. Okay, so we do get a little gallery telling us what endings we've completed. Minigames. Oh, we can go back and play the minigames? This is our life now. That's the head, and it's upside down. Goodbye. Okay. There. Knowing that we can flip them upside down, it's kind of a game changer, because that's where I went wrong.
Goal!
Look at me go. Wait, so is there like high scores for the minigame, or is it just that you can do it again?
Fix that guard.
But yeah, I did not catch on that you can flip them upside down when I did this actually in the game. So that would be where I went wrong, y'all. That way. No. Upside down. That way.
Goal!
Okay, so it doesn't give us an actual score or anything. We can just go back and play the mini game. All right, Cuisinier it is. I believe on our schedule for tomorrow, I have written in that we're going to play Traveler's Rest. But that might change, because I know that Moon was interested in it for purposes... we'll play Traveler's Rest for sure tomorrow. Because then, even if Moon can't make it, I can just shoot her a DM and make sure I publish the VOD. Because the Steam sale does end on Thursday morning. So if she wants to see the gameplay loop, it will be available for her to click through before the sale ends. Stream title. Cooking up a storm. Cuisinier. We might do a bonus stream tomorrow morning. I haven't decided. I might try streaming some more Red Dead. I think I have fixed my issue wherein my computer was not having any of it. So I might, if I do a bonus stream tomorrow, it'll be in the morning. Probably around when we normally do a morning stream. But no story time tomorrow morning if there's a bonus stream. So if y'all are tuning in for these stories, we'll still do that in the evening when we do our regular evening stream. As a reminder, Thursday will be a morning stream this week, because I gotta work Thursday night since I took Sunday off. And that is all the information I have for you guys right now. I don't remember what quest we have. Yes, you can watch me murder people if we do Red Dead tomorrow, if I can get it to work. Got a puffer, kebab skewer, tough meat, grilled fish. Okay, fish, grilled fish, spatula. We do have money, so we can buy the kebab skewer and the spatula to complete those quests. We do actually have money right now, so the move... Oh, I'm good at Red Dead. I have killed 198 people and only have 35 deaths now, Levy. Now that I figured out how the game works, we're doing a lot better. Upgrade? Okay, yes, I would love to have 10 more storage slots for this fridge. Sort. Oh, it's on a second page. Okay, cool. Okay, grilled fish is... Okay, we got fish. I already forgot what we needed for quests. Bob skewer, tough meat, grilled fish. Okay, do we want to unlock fish and chips? Or... Okay, we'll do grilled fish first. Stove. Sure. Okay, we can make tier 3 recipes on the stove. That's an improvement. Fish and chips. Grilled tentacle, grilled fish. Okay, and we were looking for tough meat. Alright, we have 1 tough meat, so we don't have enough tough or fatty meat to complete that quest. Grilled fish. Okay, so that's 3. That's 4. that's 5. Oh, we only had 10. We have exactly 10 fish anyway. So once we can't actually make the recipe, that's all of them. I don't have. I thought I was bad. I don't have that many Jester murders. Yes, but it is certainly a way to make money, right? It's not a great way to make money, but you know, it's working for me, right? We cannot buy that skew, the kebab, or the other thing because we spent all our money upgrading stuff. Okay, we should actually have opened the restaurant. We shouldn't have gone to town. But we're already here. You wanted Kea. What did you want? No, you wanted the Kea. Which we don't have. What did you want? Oh. Curry puff. Nope, you wanted the skewer. Okay, so nothing right now. I might have more charred bodies, people, and horses. You might. You have lit a lot of people on fire by accident. I have yet to light someone on fire. I have multiple times accidentally shot the sheriff though, because I happen to have my gun out when I try to initiate a conversation. Because as soon as you pull your gun, he becomes hostile, and it's easier for me to shoot him and bail and pay the bounty than it is for me to, you know, fight the entire town. I have killed 6 sheriffs by accident, so there is that. Not 6 lawmen, 6 sheriffs specifically. I didn't know I could accidentally hit the lamp on a horse and it's burst into flames. Well, live and learn, right? I think we're both learning a lot about this game. My disadvantage is I didn't play Red Dead 1, so I really have no idea what's going on a lot of the time. But my advantage is I didn't play Red Dead 1, so I have no preconceived notions of how mechanically things should work, right? You have played a Red Dead game before though, right? So like you have no, but like you played this one before. So you have some preconceived notions about how things should work, even if you're misremembering, right? You know, like Kingdom Hearts 2 is going to be like that for me, where I've played it before, and I'll have some preconceived notion of like what a puzzle is or how a world is supposed to be, even if I'm misremembering it because I haven't done it in 20 years. You know, that's the problem with replaying a game, right? Like you've noticed that in the Fallout 3, I'll say something like this should happen. Oh, well then never mind. You have all the preconceived notions met that you would have had. But you know, you've noticed that when I play Fallout 3, I say something should work a certain way, and like I'm most of the way there with my assumption, but I'm not 100% there, you know. But like back when I played through Fallout 3, we had the Alaska DLC and we had the Pit. I never did Point Lookout or Mothership Zeta, so those were both new to me, right? And I think there's a side quest that we missed over in Point Lookout. Because there's... Now that we have the perk that shows all locations of the map, I'm hoping that it'll show the ones for Point Lookout as well. Because there was unexplored locations when we left. So, you know, we can always go back and do that when after we finish up the pit and we're doing just side quest cleanup, right? And, you know, if we're going back to play through, like, all the side quests, I might do those on variety days even. And just save all the remaining main story quest stuff for the Friday stream, right? I love that we experienced Kingdom Hearts 2 for the first time again because of how... Yeah, exactly. I am leery about how it would go for me. But I will do my best. I will certainly try, you know? The best I can do is try. Bam. Bam. I'm under leveled. Are we surprised? No. You know, whatever. Do your best, right? I would love to close the shop for lunch break. Get out, old man. Sorry. We got stuff to do in town. I can't hang out. I can't hang out in the kitchen all day. No, I don't want to open the restaurant. Look at that. We sold 3 tier 3 meals and made $2,700. Kicking out the elderly. Are you surprised? Check mail. Rest fresh of life. Plants that are especially... Okay. Okay, these are the 2 NPCs with quests that we could turn in earlier. Tailor and paintings. Bye. We could get some paintings. I do like the bird painting and the cat painting. Buy a rare painting. Wait, what? What defines it as rare? I don't understand. I am much confused. Okay, smithy. Back for more stuff. Yes, I want like a spatula and a kebab skewer. You don't have a spatula. Okay. Can we upgrade? No. Okay. Can we upgrade my smackerel? Upgrade? Smackerel? Nope, because we need more wood. Because of course we do. Jokes, never mind. Okay, let's pop out to the dungeon for a bit. Oh. I'm sure you can relate. Oh, you want me to go... Okay, yeah, floor 4 of the dungeon. That's unrealistic with reduced health, but we can certainly try. More importantly, we need wood and stone to upgrade our weapons and armor to make dungeons easier. Shabam. Levy, are you gonna stream tomorrow? Tomorrow is Wednesday. On Wednesdays you play... I don't remember what you play on Wednesday. I don't remember your schedule. Sundays are variety days. And Fridays were Kingdom Hearts for a while. But I honestly don't actually remember what your schedule is. I mean, I think your schedule is a bit harder for me to remember also because, like, your time isn't even consistent for me. Baldur's Gate 3 on Wednesday, okay. I wish Baldur's Gate 3 had crossplay. But also, it's like, it's largely turn-based, so I think even for that, I wouldn't mind playing it on a console, you know? But like, I was enjoying the run I was doing with Stone, but like, it's a lot to ask him to uninstall and reinstall mods every time we play. Because he prefers to play modded, and I don't. So, you know, it's a big ask. And, you know, so like Crusader Kings, which I play, has mods, but the mods are all done through the launcher. So like it'll tell you like, hey, your save will be incompatible because of these mods, or these mods won't load because of an update. It's not a mystery to me why something broke. And I wish more games had the integrated mods. Because when it's integrated mods, I don't mind so much. It's troubleshooting why something broke that gets me, because I just want to sit down and play my game, you know? You know, I put a fair number of hours in Crusader Kings. I don't know if that's content anyone would want to watch, though, because it's largely a grand strategy game that I play sped up to, like, you know, 5 times speed or whatever, because there's a lot of sit around and wait. That being said, we could do a run where I pause the game every time we have to make a decision and chat plays with me. But I would like, you know, fairly strong chat engagement if that's what we were doing. Because, you know, it is, you know, if it's just one person making all the decisions, it's, you know, I may as well just play it by myself offline at that point, and they can play their own game, right? Oops, that was me getting arrowed. Get out of here, boar. If they make through with it, it's still on the roadmap, I would play with you. I don't know, like, I don't know what's going to happen with Baldur's Gate 3, right? Because, like, they say things, and then they're doing other things, and I'm very confused at what the roadmap is, you know? But hopefully we get crossplay multiplayer. Because I really would enjoy playing it with you guys, right? What I did propose to someone is 4-player multiplayer, but instead of doing the final fight, we do a PvP fight and see who built the best character. Or, more importantly, who secretly hoarded all the best gear. I think it'd be funny. Because, like, there's so many zany things you could do, like, surprise, I kept all these scrolls of Summon Elemental 7 or whatever. Because essentially having a second character for a PvP fight would be wild, you know? Significant advantage. Boop. Boop. That's a lot of trap. Boop. Boop. Bomb. Get out here, pig. Chickies. Could we face the right way, Palm? Palm is not very smart. No, yeah, a Baldur's Gate PvP fight wouldn't be, you know, disinteresting, right? It would just take a really long time to get to endgame, but, like, you know, we could set a timeline, like, you know, at the end of Act 2, after we fight Catherine, you know, we're gonna do this, right? You know, it doesn't have to be end of the game, as long as we have a predetermined timeline so everyone is on the same page for when we're doing it, right? I think the most interesting places to do it would be end of game or end of Act 1 after Goblin Camp, though. Because those are the two places where I think the power level is the most balanced. We are going to die if we keep going. Goodbye. Goodbye, world. We outie. Goodbye, Palm. We did not make it to floor 4 to fight the Shiki. There is a chicken that's going to disrupt our town portal. That being said, if you do absolutely everything, I think you can end Act 1 at, like, level 5 or 6. If you do absolutely everything. The kids. Side dish. Chicky fish. I don't remember where I left off of Baldur's Gate 3 because it's a small break. Well, I don't know what to tell you about that, Levy. Here's your word. Grilled fish with... grilled salmon with rice. I've got to go. I hear the boba calling to me. Bye, kid. And you wanted... Please take time to rest. I'm sure your parents prefer you didn't sacrifice your health for your job. Oh, you wanted more fish that I don't have. You wanted the spear. Spear. Awesome, Palm. Here's the recipe for chili crab. Now I need to wrap it up nicely. Hooray. Look at us clearing up quests. You want me to kill the chicken? Okay, so we got tough meat, kill the chicken, 6 more fish, spatula, and the Kea. And I still don't know what Kea actually is, so that's something real special. F to sleep. We'll probably do one more day and then we'll call it for the night since I got up at like 5 this morning. And then I won't be able to sleep and I'm just going to get up and play Red Dead anyway. So what do I know about anything, Levy? Yeah, I do get up early when I do mornings. Season is now. Prawn's going to be popular tomorrow. Prawn we get from the ice dungeon, so this might be a go to the dungeon kind of day. Because we also need fish anyway. Quest? An errand for Hojicha. You're Palm, the adventurer, aren't you? That's me, looking for new dishes I can add to my menu. How about rest for sushi set in exchange for a favor? Assortment of fresh raw fish and vinegared rice, wrapped in well-seasoned crackling seaweed. A chilled dish served with tender seafood that satisfies every taste bud. I've been so busy for equipment. If you can help me with a new Deba knife. Okay, we need a Deba knife and we need a spatula. To the blacksmith. Buy tenderizer, spatula, and a. You don't have a Deba knife today, huh? Rude. But we do have the stuff to upgrade our smackerel. Assuming we don't have enough money. This is why I can't have nice things, Levy. I never have enough money for any of the things I need to do. Okay, you still want the Kea. Kea, Dabu knife, and no one else has a quest I can turn in right now, it looks like. Other than kill the chicken. Fish is here. I mean, you've been up, like, literally all day, though, Levy. Like, you know, you got up at, what, 5? And then you tried to nap at 8:30 and couldn't nap. You're talking to the person who spends money on ridiculous things in game. What did you buy in game? What did you do that's ridiculous, Levy? Paint me a word picture. Use your words to tell me what you did wrong. Oh, snowball. Oh, another ice thing. This icing is kind of annoying. And I'm not facing the right way again. Okay, that's everything in that direction. We don't hang out beside that. I know it's from 5 to 8:30 wasn't sleeping. I heard everything. Had a suit in Core Island with all your money. That's fair. But, like, you know what? If it brings you joy, why not, right? You know, do I need gold guns in Red Dead? No. Am I doing it just to make the challenge harder on myself? Yes. This crab thing is kind of annoying. Like, they have done half my health and damage already, so I hope that we find a health potion or a health fountain like we did last time we were in here. A lot of the enemies in this dungeon are kind of annoying, but that's kind of on me for not upgrading my gear ever, right? Like, these wouldn't be so bad if I had upgraded any of my equipment. And I think one of the things in video games is, like, it's important that you know when you're the problem, right? You know, the dungeon isn't too hard and the enemies aren't too bad, it's that I don't have enough hit points and do enough damage. You know, that's on me for not doing what I should be doing, you know? bunnies we can do, squid we can't. So we outie. I'm always a problem, except when it's Donald. Yes, but who's Donald's boss? You know, there comes a certain point where you need to keep Donald in line. King Mickey. Technically, Mickey put Sora in charge. He told them to obey the Keyblade wielder. And that's a hill I'm willing to die on. Pippin's treat. Tough meat. Yeah, we can't do that. We don't have tough meat. Ads in a minute. Go get a little snickety snack or stretch your leggies. Sick mother, fish. We need one more fish still. Womp womp. Alright, well that day went quick because the dungeon kills your whole day, so we'll do one more day after this. And that's the story about how we're here for another like 6 hours. He said protect them and stick with them. If you need to remove them from the situation, please do. I don't know if he said that. Could you find me proof of that? Like a screenshot or something? Also, I think I'm gonna change the bot's name to just Squirrelbot instead of Mecha Squirrelbot. You know, bot does imply that he's a robot, you know? I don't think I need to explicitly say it. Is it a minor problem? Yes. Is it something that kind of bugs me when I look at it? Not really. I think I just named it Mecha Bot because that's what Lucy had named her bot, right? And I thought it was funny to be consistent. The redundancy? Yeah, kind of. But like, Lucy's bot is Mecha Pancake Bot, right? So I thought it was funny to have Mecha Squirrel Bot. But, you know, is it absolutely necessary? No. Wait, I have a spatula for you, sir. I'm on the fence about giving the bot a sub, though. Because if the bot is subbed, it does have access to all the emotes, right? And, you know, June asked if why the bot wasn't... Well, didn't ask why, but he, you know... June straight up asked, like, the bot isn't subbed? And I was like, nope. Just gonna live like this. Quest. Spatula. Speaking of June. Howdy, June. Are you feeling better? I arrived just in time to hear my name. I was just talking about maybe getting the bot a sub and renaming it. I might just change it to Squirrel Bot instead of Mecha Squirrel Bot. It's a very minor change, though. But yes, are you feeling better? You have been unwell. Carpenter. Upgrade. Okay, so next restaurant upgrade is just 3,000 gold. Lets me have another fridge, though. Another fridge, another serving counter, and another cooking station. It's kind of worth it. Mostly better. Went to the hospital. Well, doctor. I'm not falling asleep with a drop of a hat and older fag sense of wrongness since I've had. That's good. That's better. Okay, I need at least one fish. One fish, two fish. I did not upgrade my weapon, even though I had money and items. I'm a failure. This is why I can't have nice things. When did you mostly got a note so we work at complain? That's fair. Wait, so you've been off work for 3 days now, huh? Oh, Saribot just banned someone. Well, Squippler, I hope you weren't a real person, because you are now banned, and I'm not going to do anything about it. If Saribot thinks that you're a bot, you're probably a bot. I can be your nice thing. You could be a nice thing. I'm not opposed to you being the nice thing in my life, Levy. Ah, don't get hit by the snowball. Abort. Like 6 days, 2 for public holidays, 4 for sickness. I gotcha. Sorry, holidays, not public. Yeah. So what's the difference between a holiday and a public holiday? Because like different countries call them like different things, but like what is the difference down there? Like I believe in America, Levy, you guys call them federal holidays. Public holidays, everyone, but holidays, just what we call annual leave. Oh, okay, so like, I would call them vacation days. You know, I would be like, I'm taking vacation days, and someone would say, what are you doing? And I would be like, oh, just going on holiday. Okay. So in Canada, we call them statutory holidays, and then provincial holidays. So statutory holidays are like Christmas, Boxing Day, New Year's, Easter, where every province does them at the same time. And then provincial holidays would be specific ones like BC Day. You know, Alberta would do Alberta Day on whatever their anniversary of, you know, their creation is, right? So like yesterday, I guess today, because it's still Tuesday, is actually None of It Day, which is a provincial holiday that's not relevant to me. Public holidays, federal holidays, government, yeah, and vacations are holidays. Yeah, so you guys call them federal holidays, okay. Yeah, I gotcha. So, and June, you can call me insane for this thought. But I had a thought for another long-form charity Stardew stream. And I think Stardew is good because it's popular enough we can get random people that might stop by. Stream doesn't end until I raise 100,000 gold. I will be playing at 50% gold like I did on the 24-hour stream, right? But, for every $100,000 donated, or sorry, every $100 donated, I will raise an extra $100,000 in game. I don't know how we would incorporate other players if they wanted to play as well. Maybe if I donate, you know, $10, I could have another player come in for a couple hours to help or something. Now hear me out, Celeste. Okay, I'm listening. Stream doesn't end until I beat Celeste. Also, isn't Celeste like $2 or something right now? I should probably just buy it and try it out. You seem to be having fun with it. And like, I don't hate platformers. I'll just fish for you. I mean, you could. Private schools have extra holidays depending on the religion, like his for Jewish school. They don't have to take Christmas. Yeah. Religious holidays are different. But, you know, to make it a challenge, Levy, you know, I don't get to have June and Lucy play for, like, you know, 20 of the 26 hours, right? Because having the extra person definitely makes making money easier. So, like, but also, like, oops. Who are you? I haven't seen you before. My thought is also that having people, like, having it set up like that, people don't feel obligated to stay awake for longer periods of time with me, right? Because, like, I know that all of us were really worn out. Like, Arden was there for a big chunk of it. June was there for a big chunk of it. Lucy was there for a big chunk of it. And it's a big ask to have people, you know, stay awake and screw up their sleep schedules. So I think it's better if it's mostly just me, but, like, you know, people can stop in when they're available. You know? Because I don't want people... Oh, Winter was there for, like, 90% of it, even, you know? Like, a lot of you put a lot more time into it than I was really expecting, which I appreciate. But, like, if it's only raised $100,000, it also makes it too easy. You can reasonably, so less than 8 hours first go. Tried to get recently, got through Mazor in about 2 hours. You know how I make money in that game. I suck at Celeste, me and jumping is... Yeah, I'm not great at jumping puzzles, but, like, I don't hate platformers. You know, it's just not my go-to genre, right? I'm trying to find an RTS to play on stream, actually, because that's something that I have actually spent a lot of time doing before. Health up, low damage health. That's not bad. It's probably better than launching those extra eggs. Increase the duration of flame by 3. Does not stack. Yeah, so none of that's explicitly better. Plate proc. Yeah. 58 health. Alright, guys, make a decision. North or east? I don't know which direction finishes out this floor. North? East? Great, perfect. We got both answers. I'm gonna kill this guy first. That's step 1. Alright, alright, we had east first. Yeah, it becomes too easy to earn money later in the game. My MPM game has 50k, that's it says constantly spending money. Yeah, exactly. So, like... I mean... And how far are you? You're still year 1? Like, 50k on hand is what you're telling me, right? But, like... I guess the easy answer is, if I load up the multiplayer farm that we had... Because I'm not opposed to just loading up and playing with you guys, right? Or Lucy was suggesting that we go, for the next charity group, we just go in and do year 2, right? Because we still have Ginger Island and stuff to go do. So, like, we're not done the post-game, even. North, summer year 2, and yes. Okay. So you guys have made way more than 50,000, though. But, like, I might also impose conditions on myself, like, you know, the money has to be made through the shipping bin or whatever, right? Because the game actually tracks that on the thing. So, like, things that I sell to, like, Pierre and stuff don't really count. So I can have money in... No. You know, like, I don't know how to track it, even. But, like, I know on your little character sheet, it tells you how much money you've made of... I think it's just shipping bin. But I might be wrong about that part. Yeah, I saw that you guys were somewhere that I had never been before. East was nothing. So, you know, but like, we could reopen the multiplayer farm if you guys still want to play it. Or we could, for the next charity stream, we could just go to year 2 and I could just stay up for 24 hours again. But like, my thought is, if I can't get the 4th day off to recover, I'll just do 2 12s on consecutive days or something. You know, 2 12s isn't so bad. What's Winter's challenge? I mean, I'm always up for a challenge, regardless of if we're doing it for a real reason. Kabam. I need to remember to buy them healing potions before I come to the dungeon. I basically never have a healing potion when I'm here. Hey, a healing fountain. Speaking of. Nothing. Reject capitalism entirely. Never spend money at Pierre's. Beyond the backpack upgrade or Jojo's, and get all your seeds either from the wild or from seed makers. I did that already. That was my entire, Joja Mart run, June. Yeah, I couldn't buy seeds. And since I didn't feel like doing community center, I just bought my way through the game by doing the Joja Mart route. But mostly, once again, that stems to my, I don't know, I can't do fishing. So that's why we went the Joja Mart route. Gloves. Prickly skinned. Deal damage to people that hit you. Boring. Not helpful. This way? I think he also added an extra challenge where he must only sell modified stuff, jams, pickles, no selling raw veggies. That's not bad. You know, you don't have, I mean, you're not buying stuff, but you don't have access to a lot of money until you get to, farming 4 for, it's either 3 or 4 for, the preserves jar. But yeah, that's not unreasonable. You know, if you play the new map where you start with a chicken coop with 2 chickens, once you get to chickens, you know, just getting your eggs every day is a fairly consistent farming XP, so that makes that a lot more bearable to level your farming initially to get your mayo maker, your preserves thing. So I'm not opposed to that challenge. Oh, that's my run. I can't sell without turning into something else. Yeah, I'm not opposed to doing that. But I do know that it's a big ask, because you guys were there for a big chunk of the stream, right? And it's a big ask to ask people to be there that much. I was expecting people to drop in for a couple hours at a time, right? No, but like what I figured would happen is like you'd play for a few hours at night, and then you'd come back the next day after you got off work. I didn't expect you to actually take days off, right? And I appreciate that you guys were there for a big chunk of it, because it definitely made it more engaging for me. But, you know, I don't want to put anyone out over it, right? Because, like, you know, you used paid time off for it, didn't you, June? I liked it. I still slept for my usual schedule. I mean, that's fair. But, you know, it is still a big ask for you to use paid time off, right? So, like, if you choose to, that's fine, but I don't want to, you know, I don't want to put anyone out, you know? It doesn't pause when I'm on that screen, and I keep forgetting that. That's a lot of rice that I probably don't need. I want to say I've got 120 rice right now. I say that as I'm not going to throw rice on my inventory to pick up more rice. What am I even doing? Alright, we do have another arena. 46 hit points. No, I'm not going to risk it. It was good time off, exactly what you need time off for. I mean, fair. But, you know, it's a fairly large ask, right? Do you know what did occur to me after June? You know those little tags underneath where, like, we put whatever our channel is about, you know, chatting with viewers, small streamer, whatever? Probably should have put a charity tag down there, shouldn't I have? You didn't ask and you didn't need to. I know. But, like, you know, I wasn't expecting people to be there for the whole thing, right? So, I really appreciate that you guys did. But, you know, that was my thought of what to make this other one harder if the challenge is just make gold, right? And, like, we could even do that on year 2. We just have to go in ahead of time and see how much gold we made, right? Before we start. I'm just glad Lucy didn't follow through with a wake up. I know. I kept telling her, I was like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. You know? 3 hours of sleep for someone like Lucy is not enough, right? You know, like... Lucy, you know, is one of those people who will be vocal when she doesn't get enough sleep. She won't be angry or anything. But she will, you know, be like, oh, like, I'm not feeling well, you know, I didn't sleep well last night, you know? So I don't want to put her in that kind of situation where, you know, why is she so tired? Well, because we asked her to come back because, you know, I have the knife that I need. Okay, so we got the knife. We need tough meat. We need the hen. We need Kaya. I still don't know what to get Kaya. But, you know, like, once again, you guys are adults. Like, if you guys still choose to do something, that's your business too, right? Like, who am I to gainsay you on something? We got that second stove. Upgrade? Oh, we need 500 to upgrade that. Town. Little Witch in the Woods or Supermarket Sim? I really like Supermarket Sim. I've never played Little Witch in the Woods. I only have the knife and the guy isn't here. I want to play a new game, can't decide. Judging, like, based on games that you play, I think you'd like, probably, I don't think that you'd enjoy Supermarket Simulator too much, but, like, I don't really know. But it doesn't really feel like your type of game. Okay, I can reach that from here. So the next upgrade was, I want to say, I mean, if I make 7,000, I can just get the upgrade anyway. Get a second fridge, get access to a 6 station. Probably double up on this stove, because that's the one I'm usually behind on. I mean, you've seen Supermarket Sim get played, so, like, you'd know if you'd enjoy it. I don't even know anything about Little Witch in the Woods, right? Good morning, Winter. How's it going? I hope you're well. I guess it's not even... I guess it's morning for you. It's like 2 a.m. Did you stream today? Did I miss your stream? I'm surprised that... I am surprised I haven't reached crankiness yet. I'm fine. How's stream? No, you didn't stream today? We're doing good. We played, we did our visual novel today. But I didn't feel like starting a new run with like a half hour left in stream. And I've been really enjoying this, so I figured we'd just play this for a bit. And then now we've run like 20 minutes over. So what do I know about anything? I have been up since 5 a.m. So I am probably actually going to bed when we finish this day, though. What's this one? Eepy Goblin. See, 2 a.m. is basically evening for me. Fair. You do stay up rather late compared to me. Because the latest I normally stay up is 2 a.m. I mean, I don't fall asleep right away, but, you know, that's when I end stream at least, you know? They are cute. So, I was looking at my emotes, and I want to get a squirrel, like, I don't know if I have something similar to what I want. So, I want, like, this squirrel, right? Like a 3/4 squirrel. Oh, you get home from work at like midnight? Yeah, that's not so bad for you to stay up till like 2 a.m. then. I get home at like 11 when I do an evening. And I go to bed at 1:30, so, you know. But I want to get like one of these like, you know, kind of side view squirrels. But I want her eating like a french fry or something for a hungry emote. Because I don't have like a hungry emote, right? I got tired, I got hello, I got sus, I got love. I got all these dance and rave emotes. I got hydrate, I got pride. But I don't have any kind of hungry or food emote other than chicken nuggies, right? And like, she could even be eating a chicken nugget. Also, like, I've just decided that that one's a female. She just looks very feminine to me. when the law moments happen. Fair. But, like, that could also be a hungry snack emote, too, right? Like, that's a multi-purpose emote, if I ever saw one. Also, one of the wild things about emotes is, like, you can change up the slots whenever you want. So, like, you know, you could make that a tier 1 emote when you got more slots if you wanted, right? Which I think is kind of neat about the emote slots. Jokes. I mean, but that's the thing, June. I drew that chipmunk, right? Like, it's up to me to define its gender, right? This is me in an emote. Dumb. I'm sorry, is he trapped in a cardboard box? Oh, he's reading a book. And it's upside down. Hold up 1 second. My eyes don't work so good sometimes. Book by dummies. And it's got a goblin in a suit drawn in the back, and the goblin has a mustache. Book for dummies. Well, that certainly is an emote. But, you know, there's so many good emotes out there, right? Everyone has great emotes. Winter, your emotes are just your VTuber, right? Like, you just screenshotted your VTuber on a blank background and edited out the background, it looked like. QB's got backup. Yes, but have you named the goblin yet? See, I like alliteration for stuff like that, right? So, like... But I also, like, when you were talking about, like, naming the goblin, I like alliteration, but I also think it'd be really funny to give it, like, a really formal name. Yeah, and, like, they actually look pretty good, right? So that's not a bad way to make emotes, even. Winston the goblin. I was thinking, like, Geraldo or something. Geraldo goblin. You know, something super formal and out there, you know? Gary? Gary wouldn't be a bad one. I mean, Levy, you could always make a poll on the goblin's name. Gar, because he works for QB, and QB makes sounds. You should make a poll. Moon suggested for me to do that. Yeah, I think that's how Moon made some of her emotes. It's that she, like, screenshotted her different, models. I am not even making this food. I am a bad chef. Okay. Everyone out. Works very well. I want to get a VTuber. I mean, they're good-looking emotes. Like, it is definitely a way to go, right? I'm impressed at, like, how good the everyone's V2 models look, you know? Yeah, we'll do the stove next. And then can we upgrade this one? We need more wood for that, which means that we can't upgrade any of these. Okay, so we need more salt wood and more regular wood to do any more upgrades there. That's fine. Yeah, she went to the V2 website and took screenshots of her model doing movements, poses, and expressions. I did the same for mine, but I have to edit them to make them a bit better. How do you want to edit them? Like, just zoom in a bit more on the actual, like, model's face? Like, cut out a bit of the bottom torso portion? Because that would be my only thought on yours there. Is, you know, I gotta squint pretty hard because, you know, the emotes are 112 pixels, right? But that's often a problem when I'm drawing something, is I make it too big and then I have to crop it. This was just zoomed in and make the anger tick darker. That's fair. It's still a good looking emote though. Like, you could just make the anger tick bigger and it would still convey what you're trying to convey, right? But I like that one. That's a good one. I said I was going to end the day and go to bed, and here we are doing another day. So what do I know about anything, y'all? No, wait, this is the same day. I closed the restaurant. Jokes. I know what I'm doing. I'm EP. I like it too. I probably express it more than the others I have. I really like this giggling one though. The only thing that I don't really like about this giggling one that you just used there, Winter, is the white outline on it. Right at the back of the hair and the top of the ears, like the outline is really visible because I'm on dark mode. But like the white outline on dark mode is more important generally. But like it wouldn't even show up in regular mode. So I don't know. In fairness, you were busy chatting with us. Yes, I didn't start another day. This is still the same day, June. I just got confused because I don't know what I'm doing. I agree, Arden. I am much EP. I've been up for 19 hours. But also, like, I am not a morning person. Like, I tend to stay up till 1, 2 o'clock anyways. So anytime I can get out of my morning shifts, I do. You know. I need to donate so many bits to Levy. Yeah, I know. I understand that. I like it though. It's made in the same style as the person who made hers. Fair. That's something I'm actually curious about. Emotes. No. Viewer rewards emotes. Huh. Oh my god, no, June. But I need the dude. Well, Levy, if you don't want June to donate so many bits, you gotta move all the goblins to sub-tiers. I will take it off. You just won't have, bit tier emotes anymore. So Levy, here's what you do. Do you know what you do for your bit tier emotes if that's what you're doing? You put up the retro QB emote so people can have QB in different colors. Those are your bit tiers now. You know, you can have sad QB in green. I mean, it would be a way to do your bit tier emotes. Because you still have all those PNGs, right? Like, all the QB emotes, all the baseline ones that I didn't do anything to, you should have those in green somewhere. But, like, that might not be a bad bit tier thing, right? I don't know. I need to figure out what to do with my bit tier emotes. I assume that people don't need 3 different flavors of squirrel, right? You know, like, I assume that no one is ever going to actually need or want those. My mod made the laughing emote. Her emotes have the outlines too. Yeah, and like, I like the outline on hers because it's a black cat, right? So you can't see. It would be a lot harder to see. But since your model has, you know, a bunch of grays and whites and reds, you know, it really stands out to me as visible, right? And, you know, excuse me, I love this one. Okay, but, like, hear me out, Levy. If I made different bit tier emotes, you guys could have, you know, naked squirrel instead of birthday squirrel, right? Yeah, June, you have tons of open emote slots. Yeah, I know what happens, Arden. But, like, I don't know. I have an animated slot open. I could remove the dog in a cup. I could replace birthday with naked squirrel. You know, I don't lose anything in that deal, right? Like, what are our used emotes on this channel, really? Dance, rave, riot. Levy uses Nightbot sometimes. Fine gets used, but like most of my emotes don't even get used in the channel by me, right? I'm out of static slots. I mean, that's because I keep making you stupid things to put in your static slots, Levy. That's kind of on me. I spent all my emote money on subs. I don't regret it, but it doesn't mean I won't have more emotes for a while. No, June, we just gotta get you more channel growth so you have more money coming in, right? Yeah, emotes are a hard one, Arden. You could use the angry animated cupcake I made you. That would be an animated slot. Thank you, hon. My first check is due soon. There you go. Yeah, the cupcakes are really cute. Do you know who you got those from? Like, could you commission more of them even? Yeah, you've said that, but like, what else would you use? I mean, you could go on Etsy and just pick out new emotes, I suppose. That is always an option. I really like the cupcakes, though. I think they're cute. But, you know, if that's not the brand that you want to have anymore, like, the only person that can say anything about it is you, right? I'm glad I cooked a dish right when people are leaving. 2 dishes right when people are leaving. But we did sell 4 tier 3 dishes in the second half of the day, so that's not so bad. And we burned through a lot of ingredients. Still in the land of infinite rice and flour. You could commission similar cupcakes that are more personalized. Yeah. I love the hot chocolate. Hydrate. Thanks, Rain. Okay, real quick. There's what, 5 of you here? Y'all, go through my emotes there and just post which ones you would actually use in any real scenario. Just to satisfy my curiosity, because like, I often have thoughts that I want to redo my emotes, but I want to know which ones you would actually use and which ones would actually be missed if I removed, you know? Like, Squid and Fancy Shop are situational ones at best, right? So I think I'd be pretty safe getting rid of those. Yeah, it saves when I sleep. Just chatting. We'll chat for a few minutes. What for is this big black box? Please explain yourself, sir. Birthday? Alright, the big black box is lurk bait. No one's actually playing the fishing minigame right now, but it's there. Okay, Ardent would use Nuggies, Heart, Dance. You'd use Fancy Shop, huh? And Squid, Sleep. Leffy would use Celebration, Nightbot. Or you'd use Arlo. Really? You guys use Lurk, huh? I don't even use Lurk anymore. Where for? I know somewhere in the analytics you can see how much your emotes are being used. But I don't actually know where. Does anyone know where that would be off the top of my head? Engagement? It's under engagement. Wait, what? Hold one, gang. I might have broken something on here. Apparently I have the same emote. Oh, no, never mind. If you change an emote slot, it'll tell you that it still exists and was used in that slot, even though it hasn't been. Oh, I used Fancy Shop recently too. I think it's a good lurk emote. I do one moment, yeah. Oh shoot, I'm supposed to be streaming. Bye. I'm actually EP. Alright, good night, Arden. Be safe. June is late to her own stream because we're bad friends. Shout out June Storm. Okay, so okay, so I can view a list of how many emotes have been used. All right, good night, Arden. I will catch you tomorrow. Bye, June. Bye, Winter, if you are leaving. Okay, so I'll just screenshot this so I can remember this in the morning. Because I do want to redo some of these. Ardent would use Sleeping Cow. I think I might draw a Sleeping Squirrel. Yeah, I think it's me, you, and Levy, and Raindrop might still be here. Sweet dreams, Ardent. Thanks for stopping by. I'll be around tomorrow. I love you too, Ardent. Keep me updated on the therapist thing, for sure, because I'm happy that you have access to one, even if you gotta wait a little bit. Which reminds me, I should make a therapist appointment. You're hyper now? That's unfortunate. Okay, so you guys would use chicken nugget, love. I wouldn't consider removing love because I don't have anything similar. But like looking at the animated ones, like I have dance, I have butt dance, and I have just glowing squirrel, right? So there's a lot of overlap on those ones. I'm gonna redo This Is Fine with different flame effects. But we still have This Is Fine. Hello is a pretty good one. I might redraw Arlo though, because you can't see the outlines of his little leggies, right? So I might just redraw Arlo with a thicker outline. But yeah, you guys would I know Moon uses the little dancing squirrel a lot, or chipmunk. I keep calling him a squirrel, but he is actually a chipmunk. The difference is the stripes and size of them. But yeah, I think I want to replace the sleeping cow with sleeping squirrel. And we are good to remove Teacup Dash Hunt, it looks like, because we don't need 2 teacup animals. We don't actually need Happy Birthday, but I will keep it uploaded because we can always swap it in if we are raiding someone and it's their birthday and we need access to a emote. So yeah, our animated emote slots are all things that people will use, even if I think Squid is a situational. We got Bear, but I'm going to redraw the Bear, and I'll also do Rainbow Bear. So we have 2 open standard slots, and 1 open animated. That's not bad. 3 open slots. But yeah. I don't know. I'll think about emotes in the morning. We've rated June recently. Do we got anyone else on? We only have June on. And there's no one else playing Cuisinier. I do use your right emote a lot in your channel. I mean, that's fair. But, like, you know, it's a thought of, like, what value do these emotes bring to people? Because a good way to get people to sub and stay subbed is having emotes that they will actually use, right? And, you know, like, looking at this, people use Eepy. 7 people have used Eepy in the last 30 days for a total of 35 times. Could I tell you how many of those were me? Couldn't tell you, right? You know, 6 people have used Fancy Shop 48 times, and we just made that this week. You know, Arlo's been used by 8 people 26 times. The heart emote has been used by 12 people 292 times, though, right? But like, here's my problem when I'm evaluating this stuff is if you come in here and spam like 30 riots or whatever, you know, 7 people have used it 181 times, so it kind of skews the numbers for me. So like, I don't know how to analyze this data right now, you know. Because I do come in here and look at my analytics and try and figure out what I should and shouldn't have, right? But it's hard when people are coming in here and just spamming stuff and skewing the numbers. You know, but like the Nightbody mode has been used by 3 people a total of 11 times in the last 30 days. So like, do we lose anything by not having it anymore? Um, Plus, I caught a few riots in my chat when I was offline. That's fair. But you know, like, if we're not actually functionally using it for anything, like, should I keep it? I guess is the point. Because if you're just, you know, using it when people are offline, like, you know, that doesn't provide value to anyone except for you. So, like, how many of these 181 uses are Levy using it in offline channels, right? Which is a very minor problem, and I'm probably looking too far into it, but, you know, that's kind of where I'm at on it, right? Oh yeah, I was looking to raid out to someone that's not June, because we raided June just a couple days ago. Let's see if there's anyone doing a charity stream right now. Drops enabled. Nope, these are just people with drops enabled. Search and filter. By tag charity. Charity stream. Anyone doing a charity stream right now? Oops. Charity stream. I should use my money more wisely. Starfield. Okay. What are you doing and raising money for? Braveheart's therapeutic riding. Drops enabled. Drops enabled. Charity 24/7 Lo-Fi and WS raising money for PCRF. There's an issue with game sound. I cannot sort it as I am on holiday. So you're just playing lo-fi music. Okay, lots of people using charity stream tag that aren't actually doing charity streams right now. Interesting. Okay, there we go. Raising money for World Wildlife Fund. All right. Here is someone that's raising money for a Canadian mental health. They're playing Disney Speedstorm. Okay, cool. So yeah, they're playing some kind of racing game. It looks like, but they're raising money for a mental health charity. So I don't know. Let's go with that. First one if you're subbed. Second one if you're not subbed. Oh wait. Hold up a second. If I was responsible, I would actually do my outro. Alright, so tomorrow we will be playing Traveler's Rest. I might be playing some Red Dead during the day to test if I have fixed my computer. It feels like my USB slots don't have enough power because I've got too much stuff plugged in, so I might look into cutting down my peripherals. Like, I can remove this headset if I get a wired headphone because I can plug it in through the mic. So yeah, Traveler's Rest tomorrow. Reminder, Thursday is a morning stream because I'm working Thursday evening. Followed on Friday on Saturday. So if there's things that you guys would like to see on Thursday or Saturday, please let me know on the Discord. And then failing that, Stray Gods next Tuesday. And yeah, no events coming up that I'm aware of. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys today. Thanks for hanging out today. I love you all. Make sure you hydrate and take care of yourselves and each other. And I will see you sometime tomorrow, I'm sure. So yeah, once again, first one if you're not subbed, second one if you are subbed. Hey Art, we're just raiding out. But thanks for stopping in, Art. I will be back tomorrow, probably to play Red Dead during the day. Thanks for hanging out, Levy. Yeah, it's 12:30 and I've been awake since 5 a.m. So I'll catch you later, Art. Thanks for checking in. I do need eeps. Alright, raid in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks, Rain. I will see you tomorrow, Rain. Yeah. Okay, we raid now, guys, before I get distracted again.